You're listening to High School Football, presented by Savage Auto Group on 830 WEEU. Our live coverage starts with the WEEU High School Football pregame show. A look ahead at today's game and all the action, Berks and beyond. Now, here's your host, Jeff Nolan.
On this Friday night in November, to quote the singer-songwriter John Sebastian, welcome back. Hi, everybody. It's the pregame show where tonight it is part 2, Lampeter-Strasburg and Wyomissing, this time for the District 3 4A title. At the top of the hour, free audio and video. Visit the website, 830weeu.com, or our YouTube channel at 830WEEU Sports. So let's set the table a little bit. Back week number 10, these two teams got together during the regular season at Wyomissing. It was a Saturday afternoon. Lampeter-Strasburg kept their record unbeaten with a 20-7 win over the Spartans. In that first matchup, the Lampeter-Strasburg defense definitely the difference, holding the Wyomissing offense to 146 total yards, minus 2 yards passing for Wyomissing, while Lampeter-Strasburg produced 312 yards of offense on their own. But since then, both teams performing well in the postseason. Wyomissing outscoring their two opponents 66-7. Lampeter-Strasburg outscoring their two opponents 73-20. The Spartans of Wyomissing, though, have won the last 3 district titles. They were in 3A back then. They beat West Perry twice last year and in 2022, and then Boiling Springs back in 2021. When we come back, we will visit with the head coaches, as we always do, Victor Reidenauer from Lampeter-Strasburg and Bob Wolfram from Wyomissing. I'm Jeff Nolan. It's the pregame show coming up at the top of the hour. Lampeter-Strasburg and Wyomissing for the District 3 4A Championship. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Savage Auto Group, right here on 830 WEEU, online 830weeu.com.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
I'm Derek Macrina, running back and safety at Wyomissing area. Thank you for watching and listening to the Spartans on 830 WEEU.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Can we keep saying welcome back enough? Well, we do it one more time. Welcome back, everybody. Pregame show. Playoff week number 4. And again, a repeat of a Week 10 regular season game. Lampeter-Strasburg and Wyomissing at the top of the hour from Warwick High School. Bob McCool, Matt Lytle on the call at the top of the hour. Audio and video are free. Find the video, our YouTube channel, 830 WEEU Sports, or also find it through our website, 830weeu.com. Our Sean Tansky took the trek out to Lampeter-Strasburg High School in the beautiful Lancaster County area and had a conversation once again with our head coach, Victor Reidenauer.
Coach, last week you beat a team for the second time this season. This week you have to do it again. How difficult is that challenge?
It wouldn't matter if it was the first or second time. Wyomissing is just tough. They're a really good football team. Bob and his staff do a great job. Those kids compete really hard. They're fundamentally sound. You don't catch them out of position. They play great defense. Their offense is just challenged. It's just going to be a physical football game, and you know that regardless of how many times you play them. It's just going to be a really, really hard-fought football game.
So you have a sense of what they're going to do. You don't think they'll throw anything different at you this week?
I don't think so, because if you go back and you watch the film closely, that game was competitively balanced on both sides. They defended us well. We defended them well. We were able to make a couple plays here when we broke some tackles. But at the point of attack, they were there. They are who they are. I mean, that's their identity. We're who we are, and we're just going to have to line up and try to go make more plays than them. It's going to be difficult. They're a good football team.
In our post-game interview with Don Brown last Friday, he said he was a bit banged up, and he still took over that game. What are you expecting this week?
Just a good week of practice from him. He's usually focused in practice. I think he'll have he's just the model of consistency. Even when he's banged up, he still goes through everything. He's going to give you 100% regardless. even if he feels 80%, he's going to give you all of that 80% in practice. The kid's just a phenomenal competitor.
On our broadcast, it was mentioned multiple times how impactful your linebackers were. Talk to me about their performance and what they mean to this team.
I think they are the key cog in this whole thing. They kind of set the identity of our whole football team. We're trying to be a physical football team on both sides of the ball, and fortunately, a lot of those kids play on offense as well, and they bring that kind of mentality to that side of the ball as well. But they just run really well. They get to the ball really well. They shed blockers. They've been a great group all year.
And then what's it like being back in the district title game?
Hey, anytime you're getting bonus practices after a regular season, it's fantastic, and it's truly we just try to go week to week, and I'm glad we're here. I'm happy for these kids. They've earned this opportunity to try to win something, and it's going to be against a great quality opponent. So it truly would be an accomplishment if we're able to do it.
The next visit was to Wyomissing with Bob Wolfram. I took the trek there, and we talked a little bit about the first matchup against Lampeter-Strasburg and how they approached practice this week and what they had to focus on.
Well, we changed a little bit of our blocking schemes. They played their defense a little bit different this year than they did the last couple. Last couple, we were very successful against what they did. And their change caused us problems. They did a nice job. And so offensively, our thing was we got to run our offense. And we can't put in a whole new offense. So we had to change up some of our blocking schemes. We're doing the same plays just because we couldn't block their middle linebacker and one of their defensive ends just ate us up, both of them. So, we feel that we've, on paper, fixed that, but we'll see. I thought our defense played great last time. Our offense was never on the field, so, they were on a whole game, and I thought they did fine.
In a situation like this, who has the advantage? The coach that won because he figured out how to win, or the coach that lost because he's got to dig deeper and find answers?
Well, you never want to be the coach that lost, but truly when you come to the game, it's probably better for keeping your kids interested and not overconfident. But having said that, I'd have rather won last time. I was just talking with somebody today. I think it's 6 times we've played somebody twice, and we won 5 of those years, and you just make, like we're doing this year, you just make little adjustments. Nobody's changing their whole offense or defense. You just try and see, well, we couldn't do this, so let's try it this way instead of that way. You go back to the clinics you went to 30 years ago, and do some things that you heard, or some things that we did 30 years ago that we're just not doing recently. So, a second time through, I don't know that I really like doing it, but it is interesting from a coaching standpoint.
You're an underdog, and that's really not familiar for you guys. I mean, if you look back the last 3 district title games, comfortable wins. So what's that feel like for you?
I have no problem with it. When I see the state rankings and all the prognosticators see, that we're a 3-point favorite or a 3-point underdog, that doesn't mean anything to us. I like being the favorite because that must mean people think a lot of us, but when we're the underdog, I think that gives you a little kick in the pants, and the kids don't appreciate that, and they play a little harder.
Now, some of our audience may remember you or recognize you for your outstanding career as a William Tennant Panther, and others, obviously, for an outstanding coaching career, district titles, and a state title. You still get excited for this game after all these years?
Yeah. You know what I find? I really enjoy planning. I enjoy the off season, and I love game day. It's just practice is getting old. Standing on the field for a long time, that's tough. But game days, I would really miss that. But yeah, I love going to clinics and seeing if I could come up with something that we haven't done before. But I still love doing it. I'm just getting pretty old. So.
Not so fast, Coach. Not yet. Not too old yet, that's for sure. My thanks to both coaches, Coach Ridenauer from Lampeter-Strasburg and, of course, Bob Wolfram from Wyomissing. Another timeout. Come back. What games are we following tonight? We'll share that with you next, right here on the pregame show on 830 WEEU, online 830WEEU.com.
Do you like classic cars? Come see what's for sale at McGinty Motor Cars in our 1910 showroom and warehouse located at the top of Washington Street near the Reading City Park. You can also sell your classic automobile with us.
If you like classic cars, you need to see our showroom and warehouse or check out our inventory online at McGintyMotorcars.com. Do you want a classic VW Beetle or maybe a Ford Mustang? Check out our inventory and see what classic car is right for you.
Visit our website,
McGintyMotorcars.com.
I'm Max Tipton, offensive guard, defensive tackle at Wyomissing area. Thank you for watching and listening to the Spartans on 830 WEEU.
This is our final opportunity to spend with you on the pregame show. I'm Jeff Nolan. A reminder, we update all the games with the scores at the half, and then after the game, scores and highlights with reporters, writers, and coaches on the scoreboard show. Tomorrow, Wilson in 6A. It's Wilson Harrisburg from Exeter High School at 1 o'clock. But tonight, we'll pay attention to Pittsburgh Central Catholic and State College. The winner of the Wilson Harrisburg game gets the winner of PCC and State College. In 5A, of course, it's Exeter and Bishop McDevitt. That's from Elko High School. We've got our Adam Cook there taking in all the action. They will play the winner next week of Pine Richland and Peters Township. That game is played tomorrow out on the western side of the state. The game we focus and feature tonight, Lampeter-Strasburg and Wyomissing, coming your way at the top of the hour. They will play the winner of Thomas Jefferson and Clearfield. In 3A, it is Bermudian Springs and Danville tomorrow from Susquehanna High School. In 3A, they take on the winner of tonight's game, Scranton Prep and Northwestern Lehigh. 2A action, unbeaten Troy, the Trojans of Troy, 25-1 over the last two seasons. They take on Bedford. That is at Lock Haven University. Riverside and Williams Valley is the other 2A quarterfinal, state quarterfinal. That originates from Berwick High School. In single A, it's DeLone Catholic taking on Muncie. And on the other side, out west from Johnstown High School tonight, it's Westinghouse and Bishop Goyfield. We also go off the grid in 6A, District 1, the title game, North Penn and Downingtown West. 6A, quarterfinal matchup, it is St. Joe Prep and Parkland from Penridge High School. In the 4A quarterfinal from Norristown High School, it is Bonner Prendy taking on Pope John Paul II. And also, we're going to take a look at 4A quarterfinal from Shamokin High School, Juniata and Southern Lehigh. All right, the game, free audio and video, YouTube channel 830 WEEU Sports, or our website 830weeu.com. You go there, you can click the graphic, that'll take you to the free video. The audio is free as well. After the game, Matt Knob joins me. I'm Jeff Nolan. See you at the half of the update scoreboard show, all the finals. But right now, enjoy the game, everybody.
It's time for high school football, presented by Savage Auto Group on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond.
High school sports on 830 WEEU are brought to you in part by Adelphia Seafood, American Diner, Bachman's Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling, Chick-fil-A, Cross Keys Insurance, Diefenbach Snacks, Duck Donuts, Elite Fuel Service, Everything Printing, Houndstown Ready, Judd Firestone Plumbing, Kuhn Funeral Home, Overhead Door Company, Redner's Warehouse Markets, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, McGinty Motor Cars, Pizza Como, Reading Fightin' Phil's, Savage Auto Group, Shore State Best Western Hotel in Reading, Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society, and Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery.
WEEU is proud to showcase the talent and skill of our local high school athletes. From every tackle to every blitz and every thrilling touchdown, we bring you the best calls and analysis. Now, live from the field, your hosts, Bob McCool and Matt Lytle.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome from Grosh Field at Warwick High School in Linnets. Tonight, District 3 4A championship game and a couple of familiar opponents. It's the Wyomissing Spartans and the Lampeter-Strasburg Pioneers. Spartans are 10-2. Pioneers are 12-0. Familiar because they play each other in Section 4 of the Lancaster 11 League. It's a game you heard here on WEEU in Week 10 on a Saturday afternoon at Bob Wolfram Field when the Pioneers won it by a score of 20-7. And that locked up the section title for Lampeter-Strasburg, and it gave Wyomissing one of its two losses. The Spartans are 10-2. But again, the District 3 4A championship, and not only is it a rematch, but it is a whole lot more on the line for the Spartans. Obviously, it's a chance for redemption for the district title, plus a chance to advance to the state semifinals. Technically, not only is this a District 3 championship, but it is also a state quarterfinal. Pioneers gave the Spartans very little to work with last time they played one another. A stifling defense that held Wyomissing's vaunted wing T to under 150 yards of total offense. Will the old wily master Bob Wolfram have a trick up his sleeve? Can the Pioneers generate enough ground game to be able to take down the Spartans, who have won 5 straight District 3 championships? That was at 3A. This is at 4A. It's the 4A District Championship. High School Sports is presented by Savage Auto Group, and it's live on WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. And if you haven't found it by now, or if your friends and family haven't found it by now, we are free as well on a video stream at 8:30 WEEU Sports on YouTube and also on Facebook Live as well on WEEU's Facebook page. Now, no matter how you find it, sit back and enjoy high school football, and we'll have it more of our pregame show when we come back to Lancaster County after this on WEEU in Reading.
Let the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery handle dinner this year at their Thanksgiving buffet. Featuring roasted turkey, rustic mashed potatoes, stuffing, mac and cheese, and soup and salad. Not in the mood for turkey? Try the New York strip steak, salmon, pineapple ham, plus fried and rotisserie chicken. Top off your meal with decadent desserts or take your meal to go. Call ahead 610-373-3353 or visit the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery Thanksgiving Buffet Thursday, November 28th at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Ahoy! Adelphia Seafood is your neighborhood market for the freshest seafood around, with locations in West Lawn, Fairgrounds Market, and Pottsville. They offer a range of delicious options from crab cakes, clams, fresh organic salmon, and succulent shrimp, as well as convenient take-home dinners and more. For more information or to place an order, visit adelphiaseafood.com or just call one of their stores. Enjoy top-quality seafood and exceptional service right in your community at Adelphia Seafood.
Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcoming, comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Welcome back to Warwick High School alongside Matt Lytle. My name is Bob McCool. Tonight, the District 3 4A championship is the Wyomissing Spartans, Lampeter-Strasburg Pioneers. Pioneers coached by Victor Ridenauer is his 4th season as the head coach. Spent a number of years as the defensive coordinator. Defense is the trademark of this Pioneer football team. Going up against Bob Wolfram, of course, 38 seasons, 372 wins, which is 6th best in the state of Pennsylvania. But, Matt, we start with these two teams. You've got to talk about what Lampeter-Strasburg did in the last game of the regular season. We were there. We saw it. The 4 linebackers for LS, just whatever Wyomissing tried to do with that wing T, there was a linebacker there for the Pioneers that just disrupted the play for Wyomissing.
Yeah, in Floor, Weichler, Brown, and Schunauer, they're physical kids. They're all seniors. They've played together for some time now, and they have a nose for the ball. It doesn't hurt they've got two defensive tackles / offensive tackles to play behind at nose tackle, where that will keep them. Offensive linemen can't get to them, so it allows them to run sideline to sideline and make those tackles. That's Wolf and Shelley at 6'4", 315 and 6'4", 300 pounds. They're both big boys, and they both wrestle. So very physical tackles up front.
Yeah, they are literally imposing shadows out on the field for sure. Wyomissing, the number 2 seed, had a bye in the first round. They beat East Pennsboro 31-0. And then last week, West York 35-7. The Pioneers, the number 1 seed, beat Elko 42-7 and Twin Valley 31-13. Victor right now are telling us before the game that the last 3 games they played of the regular season was Elko, Twin Valley, and Wyomissing. And their district playoff run is Elko, Twin Valley, and Wyomissing. So the scouting is a little bit easier, but nonetheless, it's also familiar foes. Let's take a look at our keys to the game. It's brought to you by RE/MAX Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis. If you're buying or selling a home, Phil Macaronis is a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame with over 20 years of experience finding countless buyers and sellers keys to their real estate transactions. Call 610-670-2770. Ask for Phil Macaronis for the keys to buying and selling your home. Wyomissing, Lampeter-Strasburg. Matt Lytle has his keys to the game.
Bob, tonight for Wyomissing's keys, they need to play assignment football and win the time of possession game. They'll need big games out of their deep running back arsenal from Hardy, Eisenhower, Nadrowski, Macrina, and Fleischhood. This game will come down to who does the better job of blocking and tackling and have the least amount of turnovers. Look for a Bob Wolf from disciplined, grounded-out performance from the Spartans. On Lampeter's side, the Pioneers need to run the Brown House combination in the backfield. They need to be clicking on all cylinders tonight. Look for off-tackle runs by both following their 2 big offensive tackles in Shelley and Wolf. Defensively, we just talked about them. The Pioneers need a big game out of their stout linebacker crew in Floor, Weichler, Brown, and Schunauer. Floor, Weichler, and Brown, they're their top 3 leading receivers on the year as well. So these kids are athletes. They play both sides of the ball, and they're seniors. So they need to have big games for the Pioneers.
Yeah, it's just talking a little bit with Bob Wolfram before the game about, what you saw after the first game and what it was. And he said, we got to get somebody on their middle linebacker. And when he's talking about that, he's talking about Emery Floor. Because when we had the numbers last week, it's whatever he's at. He's like at 120, 130-some tackles on the season. And he's just everywhere. I mean, you think there's more than number 1 number. And I said, where is it coming from? Is it coming from the guys up front or is it coming from your backs? He said, no, we got to get one of our guards out on him. We got to get him out there. I said, was it something you saw during the game or was it something you saw in film? He said, no, we watched the film. We were able to see that's the mistake we were making. So from his perspective in that wing T, it's not necessarily scheme that they have to do. It's just blocking schemes that they have to change to get a hat on those linebackers like you're talking about. Make sure they're not there making every play.
Blocking and tackling, execution, hat on a hat. Yes. Emery Floor, the Spartans have to get a hat on him on every play. Otherwise, he just has a nose for the football. 120 tackles on the season, and who knows what he'll have tonight. But they've got a stout linebacker crew, and look for big plays from that group tonight.
Tonight's game time weather outlook. Well, it's an issue. There's no doubt about that. It's brought to you by Bachman Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling. No matter the weather, Bachman's has got you covered. Whether your needs are residential or commercial, Bachman makes the home improvement process easy. The Bachman family has proudly served the Berks County community for over 50 years. Game time temperatures at 37 degrees. Obviously, there's been some rain and some snow mixed in throughout the day today. For the most part right now, it looks like that has cleared away. There's been some wind, of course, as well. It's been right now off and on, but when the wind's blowing, it obviously makes it a little bit colder. It is about 10 to 15 miles an hour right now, which is substantially less than it was. But again, it doesn't really impact these two teams a whole lot because, Matt Lytle, they want to run the ball, and maybe once in a while throw it.
Yeah, you talk about running the ball. On Lampeter's side, Dominic Brown and Caleb House combined for 40 touchdowns on the ground. Each of them, it's like splitting hairs. Brown has 1,279 yards. House has 1,245 yards. Now House has a lot less carries, 10 yards per carry, where Brown has 6 yards per carry. On the other side of the ball, you got the Spartans. Doesn't matter who they hand the ball off to, really. You got Hardy, you got Eisenhower, you got Fleischhood, Macrina, and Nadrowski. Those are their big hitters. They got their really big hitter, they can take it to distance. In Hardy on any given play, he's back tonight. Right. He's leading Wyomissing in touchdowns with 11, and then you got big Chase Eisenhower with 10 touchdowns on the ground, 89 carries for 6.9 yards per carry. Justice Hardy's got 10 yards per carry. So you can see the variability there, the big play running backs, but it doesn't matter who Wyomissing hands the ball off to. They got sufficient running backs that can get the job done.
Yeah, as Matt said, it's great to see Justice Hardy back in the mix of things for Wyomissing because he is a game changer and a game breaker at that. He missed the last 2 games, got dinged up in the game against Lampeter-Strasburg. It was a very physical football game, and Lampeter-Strasburg a little bit dinged up as well, as you might expect this far in the season. We're going to take a timeout, back with a kickoff right after this on WEEU in Reading.
Elite Fuel Services has been one of Berks County's best-kept secrets for more than 20 years. They're a full-service heating and cooling company. Not only do they deliver heating oil, propane, diesel fuel, and gasoline, Elite also has a full HVAC team that is ready to tackle any of your heating or cooling needs. Just a quick Google search away, Elite Fuel Service. Read the reviews and give them a call. You'll feel part of the Elite Fuel family, giving you the peace of mind you deserve.
Whether you've got a business presentation, invitations to a special event, or even banners for the big game, Everything Printing in Gilbertsville has you covered. From design to printing, they're your local experts for business cards, flyers, publications, posters, presentation materials, and, well, just about everything. Google Everything Printing and check out their stellar reviews. The most 5-starred in the region. Visit everythingprinting.com to make your project everything you've dreamed of.
You are listening to 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading. Alongside Matt Lytle, my name is Bob McCool, getting you set for Wyomissing and Lampeter-Strasburg. Let's take a look at our starting lineups, brought to you by Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society. They've been serving authentic homemade Italian dishes for over 100 years. New memberships are now being accepted for only $10. The facility at 311 Hazel Street in Reading is also available for rental for private parties, banquets, and celebrations. Victor Emmanuel, Taste of Italy, right here in Reading. Lampeter-Strasburg won the toss, and they've elected to put their offense on the field first. So let's take a look at those starters up front. It is the center, Carson Zook. He is a senior. Jason Brisma and Hudson Crutchfield are the guards. Elijah Hawley will also mix in there at the guard spot. And then there's those tackles that Matt was talking about. Colin Shelley, 6'4", 290, and a junior. Thad Wolf, 6'4", 315, and just a 10th grader. They're generally in a 4-receiver spread set. Emery Flores, we were talking about defensively. Danny Weichler, one of those linebackers as well, are in that receiving core with Mason Hostetter and Preston Schonauer. And then it's that backfield combination of Don Brown at the tailback spot, who was huge last week in a win over Twin Valley, and Caleb Howes is the senior quarterback. The defense for the Spartans, Max Tipton, Jordan Gwynn, and Keaton Passini are up front, with the 2 outside linebackers and Andrew Bresnahan also shaken up in that LS game and back tonight. Tyler Nydrowski with Chase Eisenhower and Francisco Fabian inside. The corners are Marcus Armistead and Justice Hardy. Daniel Delp will be in that mix as well, with Derek Macrina and Daniel Fleischhood as the safeties. Keegan Mayer has it teed up, and awaiting return for the Pioneers is Cole Lopez. Right up, Don Brown right up the gut to the 45 and 50 and into Wyomissing territory. So a huge kickoff return. Brown back there on special teams. The kickoff right up the middle and all the way to the Spartan 40-yard line.
Absolutely right up the gut. Don Brown just opens it up on the kickoff, lowers his shoulder, getting extra yards all the way out to the Wyomissing, just shy of the Wyomissing 40-yard line.
So Brown, who didn't start last week's game, technically, he wasn't out there for the first play. Danny Weichler ended up going 70-some yards on the third play of the game, but Brown not out there. Well, he was out there on special teams this time and runs it, as Matt said, to the 41-yard line, and he'll run it here as well. Right up the gut inside the 40. He'll pick up maybe 2 or 3, and that's it before the Spartans will wrap him up. Call it at the 38 and a gain of 3 for Brown.
Yeah, just some hard inside dive running there by Brown, and tackled there by number 77, Jordan Gwynn.
Pioneers quickly to the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 7 from the Wyomissing 38-yard line. Howes wants to throw for it here. Chased as he does so by Nydrowski. Throws it off balance. Has a man. The pass is caught downfield inside the 15-yard line, and it's Emery Floor on the catch.
Play action there by House. Fakes the dive to Brown. Under pressure by Nydrowski, rolling out, throws it up like kind of jump ball. Preston Schonauer high points it, 6'4", 200-pound receiver, linebacker, and brings it down.
There is the handoff, and it's Brown. Kicks it outside and gets tripped up. Big tackle by Derek Macrina, tripping up Don Brown, calling down at the 11, at just a gain of about 1. That is it.
That was a big tackle there by Macrina because Brown had a head of steam, and I don't think there was anybody out in front of him if Macrina doesn't bring him down. Great tackle, open field tackle there by Derek Macrina.
So we'll call it 2nd and 9 now from the 12 for the Pioneers. Howes is going to keep it himself here. He'll slip himself inside the 10 down to about the 6, and a gain of 6 for the quarterback. And he'll put LS in a 3rd down and about 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Nice off tackle run there by House. Pulled it out, kept it, and he ran right behind Colin Shelley off the right side.
High snap. They'll hand it off to Brown. Brown gets bumped by Tipton. Good job by Max Tipton to clog things up at the 5. They gain just 1. Here we go. Early time decision. It's 4th and 2 from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, nice job there by Tipton and company inside, nose tackle and defensive tackles, just stuffing that interior line group of the Pioneers.
They've got a good kicker in Peter Fiorello, but they want to score a touchdown here. Call it 4th and 2 from the 5 for the Pioneers. Howes will hand it off to Brown. Hole there. He
Brown spins,
breaks
and I think he might be in. He reached for it. No, down to the 1.
They're spotting him down at the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st down, goal to go for LS. So Brown got bounced off the initial contact and takes it down to the 1. 1st down, goal to go for LS.
Nice extra effort there by Don Brown, on that spin, reached out across the goal line. That looks like that was a time for instant replay. Brown on the dive, touchdown, Pioneers.
Don Brown takes it in for the score. So LS opted to take the football on the opening series, and they make it cash in. Don Brown started all with the kickoff return, and then takes it in for the score. And the Pioneers are on the board first. Now here comes Fiorello to attempt the extra point. Howes is the holder. Snap good, hold down, and kick is through. 9:33 remaining in quarter number 1. LS with the first touch and the first touchdown as well. When we come back to Warwick High School in Lidditz, the score, LS 7. Wyomissing gets the football for the first time when we come back after this.
They say dogs are man's best friend, so they deserve the very best. Houndstown in Reading is a full-service dog daycare and boarding facility with spacious rooms, quality grooming, and plenty of room for fun. While you're away, the dogs will play. Houndstown has all the enrichment your pet needs for their physical and social health. They offer a variety of spa services like baths, nail trimming, toothbrushing, and dematting. Give Fido the finest at Houndstown, 610-947-1441, or visit houndstownreading.com.
Duck Donuts taste like nothing else out there. Warm and decadent, dipped and drizzled, and made to order just for you with a duck zillion choices. Donuts as decadent as these pair perfectly with our fresh, hot, or iced coffees. Or refresh yourself with lemonade, milkshakes, and maybe even an ice cream sundae. You duck deserve it. Visit Duck Donuts in Wyomissing today. Open from 7 to 7, 7 days a week. 90 Commerce Drive in Wyomissing.
Macrina on the kickoff return for Wyomissing. Juggled it for a moment, takes it across the 20 to the 25. Matt, I want to go back to the decision before the game. I told you what I asked Bob Wolfram coming all the way from the coin toss what the decision was. He said they won and they elected to take the football, which surprised us a little bit because of the defense. But obviously Victor Ridenauer and the coaching staff had an idea that they wanted to go right out Wyomissing.
Yeah, it sounds like that way. It sounds that way. They wanted to just take it right down the field and be the first to score, and that they did. That kickoff by Brown down to the Spartans 40 definitely gave him some momentum and good field position.
Here on the handoff is Hardy, makes the first man miss. Hardy 25-40 to the 50. Justice Hardy with one man to beat, needs a block. Bresnahan gives him the block, but a flag is going to go down on the play, and that's going to still send Justice Hardy all the way down to the LS-10. It's going to come back part way. That's going to be a block in the back against Bresnahan, I believe. It's not going to wipe out the entire run, but it's going to be a great run by Justice Hardy, which is a great sign for Wyomissing.
Wow, impressive run there on a sweep by Hardy. Hardy got outside here to the field, went untouched, came down as he's coming down the sidelines. You had Floor on the angle cutting him off, and then you had Bresnahan kind of shoved Floor, and I think that's going to be the call.
Actually, there's a second flag as well, too, back at the line of scrimmage, so it is going to wipe out the whole play. So the first flag is going to be the the backbreaker for the Spartans early on, right at the line of scrimmage or just beyond the line of scrimmage. But nonetheless, it's good to see Justice Hardy back because that's what Justice Hardy could do. He makes that first man miss, and then once he did that, he was able to turn the corner and put on the speed. But unfortunately, it's all going to be for naught for the Spartans, as this one will push them back to the 20. It's going to bring it first and 15.
It's nice to have that speed and that quickness, right, where you can strike from anywhere on the field, and that's Justice Hardy.
Yeah,
he's got that talent and ability to score from anywhere on the field.
So it's first, we'll call it first and 16, actually, for the Spartans, backed up to the 20. Teddy White, the sophomore quarterback, will hand it off. This will be Chase Eisenhower, the fullback, who will bully his way to about the 24, pickup of 4.
Little counter dive there by Chase Eisenhower out of the fullback position. Looked like he was coming field sides and cut back, like reverse back into the boundary for a gain of a few.
Our Victor Emmanuel starting lineup for the Spartans on offense. Francisco Fabian is the center. Max Tipton, Aiden Jimenez are the guards. Caleb Bean and Keaton Piacini are the tackles. Bresnahan, the tight end. Derek McCreena, Danny Fleischhood, and Justice Hardy will all rotate in at the split end and the halfback spots with the junior Chase Eisenhower as the fullback and the sophomore Teddy White as the quarterback. And again, it's on the ground with Eisenhower to about the 29. Picks up 5. Puts the Spartans in a third and about 7 to pick up the first down.
McCreena off tackle there following Eisenhower, tackled there by Stieberger for a gain of about 5 yards. So, right, we got third and 8 here for the Spartans.
McCreena will come as the split end here on the right side of the line. Fleischhood goes in motion. White rolls that way. He's got a man chasing him from behind as he puts the ball up in the air. The pass is over the head of the intended target, Chase Eisenhower. The defender may have gotten away with a little bump from behind. No flag on the play. It's an incomplete pass. It'll bring up 4th down.
Little rollout waggle there by White here to the boundary. You had Eisenhower in the flat, and you had Bresnahan, tight end, running that deep cross, and he tried getting it to Bresnahan. Teddy White just overthrew him a little bit. I think he hurried to throw, but nevertheless is incomplete for the Spartans, and they're going to kick it away.
So the penalty wipes out the big run by not only by Hardy, but it also ends up being all for naught for the Spartans, who will have to punt the football now, and it's Keegan Mayer, who is both their kicker and their punter. Even Cunningham is the punt return. It's a high short kick that Cunningham will call for a fair catch at about his own 43-yard line. So Wyomissing unable to pick up a first down. LS with the football again, a 7-0 lead with 7:37 to go. LS will not have as good a field position as they had the last time, but still good field position for the Pioneers. They'll start this one from their own 42-yard line. Preston Schonauer will come split out to the left side for LS. Mason Hostetter, the other split end, to the right side. Looks like they'll put Weichler and Floor, their 2 slot receivers / now wing players on the left. They'll give it to Brown, and Wyomissing will meet Don Brown right at the line of scrimmage. Great job of stacking things up by Max Tipton, Andrew Bresnahan, Chase Eisenhower, all there for Wyomissing. Give Brown maybe a yard. That's about it.
Yeah, there was no room to run at all there by Brown. You had Piacini in there as well on the tackle there with Wyomissing with a host of other Spartans.
Pioneers playing a little hurry up so far in this football game. Going with some no huddle stuff here as Howes will hand it off again to Brown, who tried to cut and slip. Didn't matter. Francisco Fabian was right there to just drill him in the backfield. Leans to about maybe a yard to the 44. It's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Brown looked like he was cutting in the hole, and as he was cutting, he slipped, and then Francisco Fabian made sure he was not going there from that cut.
Yeah, he took one right in the solar plexus. It's 3rd and 8. Howes wants to throw for it. Has time. Now he's out of time, and now he's going down. Swarmed under by the Spartans. Tipton was there first, but he had a bunch of teammates there with him, and they will wrap him up in a huge play for the Spartan defense on a sack back to the 36-yard line.
Tipton, Piacini, Fox Peters, senior defensive lineman. Those guys look like they're having fun up front there for Wyomissing Spartans. They just gang tackled Caleb House with nowhere to go with the ball.
So these Pioneers with a quick series will have to punt the football. Peter Fiorello also both punts and kicks. And it will be McCreena as the return man misjudged it, falls on it, and then the Pioneers fall on him, and a flag comes in. McCreena called for the fair catch. He bobbled it. He fell on top of it. but then the Pioneers hit him while he was on the ground, and the flag comes in.
Yeah, even though it was a fair catch, he had dropped the ball, and so fair game on there by the Pioneers. But Macrina got right on the ball, and it was a late hit. They dove on him late, and that's where the flag came in.
Because once he's on the ground on his knees, the ball is dead. He can't get up and run with it, so the play is over with. So even though you're saying, well, wait a minute, it's a live ball, once he's laying on the ground with the ball, it's a dead ball. And so it will be a 15-yard penalty on the personal foul against Lampeter-Strasburg. Helps the Spartan cause a little bit. With 6:04 to go in the first quarter, they're down 7-0. They'll have the football now just shy of midfield at their own 46-yard line on the Pioneer penalty. Macrina will come as the split end on the right side. Nydrowski is in there in the backfield. Here's a toss sweep to Hardy, trying to get the outside edge, and Hardy will get a little and not much. And here comes another flag as Don Brown gave a shoulder on him after the play was over with. And I think there's a second flag.
Jet sweep to the boundary, and you had Christian Nolt, who knocked him out of bounds for maybe a loss of gain or no gain on the play, but there was some late hit out of bounds by Brown, and I think that's what the call.
Yeah, I think there was a flag throw, and then there was another flag. This could be because he objected it to it. So this could be 30 yards of penalties.
No, 15,
just
15
one.
yards.
Okay. So back-to-back personal foul penalties against the Pioneers. Very uncharacteristic of a very disciplined Lampeter-Strasburg team. So Hardy gets nothing on the gain, but the Spartans get 15 yards and a first down on the play in the end. It's 1st and 10 now for Wyomissing in Pioneer territory at the 41-yard line. Ball's on the ground, and LS is in position. It looks like they have it, although it came out a second time, and it still looks like the Pioneers picked it up.
Handing off to Tyler Nadrowski on a dive, fullback dive, and it looks like there was just a fullback quarterback exchange where I don't know if Nadrowski got it in the pocket or what, but anyway, the ball hit the ground, and first turnover of the night, Lampeter-Strasburg jumped on it, and it's LS's ball on their own 48.
You forget about the wet football, and the exchange costs the Spartans as they'll give it to Don Brown now, and Brown will fight for a couple. Ellis starts this at the 48. Brown will flip it on the other side of the 50 to the Wyomissing 49 on a gain of 3.
Yeah, it was only 3 yards there. He was stood up real quick by Tyler Nadrowski, who was wanting to get that fumble back.
2nd and 7 now for the Pioneers at the Wyomissing 49. Howes wants to throw it. Has time, flips it out, looking for Brown on a little curl route out of the backfield. It's off his fingertips and incomplete.
Great matchup there. You had Brown on a little wheel route down the field. Francisco Fabian on the coverage. House led him a little bit too far out of the reach of Brown and went off his fingertips out of bounds.
Diamante Strong now will check in. Andrew Bresnahan comes out on a 3rd and 7 for the Pioneers, who will put 3 receivers on the left. Mason Hostetter, the lone receiver, on the right. Howe, straight drop, throws again underneath route for Brown. He's going to have the first down inside the 40 and down to about the 37. Tyler Nadrowski came off the edge. It left Don Brown wide open. House hits him for the first down pickup.
Nice scheme there. You had 3 wide receivers to the field, and you just leaked Brown out into the flat. House quickly threw it to Brown, and Brown got plenty for the first down and lowered his shoulder for some extra yards.
Again, no huddle for the Pioneers on a 1st and 10 now at the 36, and back to Brown, who runs right into the pile, bounces off that pile, and eventually gets brought to the ground by Strong at about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for Don Brown on first down.
Yeah, Diamante Strong, stood him up in the hole there. He was following number 56, Colin Shelley, up in that hole. Brown was, and Diamante Strong made a nice tackle.
2nd and 7. Howes is going to keep it himself this time. Howes takes on a tackler at about the 25-yard line. That tackler was Chase Eisenhower, who drags him down right around the sticks, and it is enough for a first down for the Pioneers.
Nice little delay run there by House. He followed Brown up in the hole, so Brown was the lead blocker for House, and House lowered his shoulders at getting tackled by Chase Eisenhower. Chase brought him down after the first down.
Caleb Howes is the 15th quarterback in Lancaster Leveling history who has run for and passed for over 1,000 yards in a season. And he's going to pass for it here, and he's got a man. It's Hostetter, but it went right through his fingertips and incomplete at about the 15-yard line. It'll bring up second down.
Beautiful throw there. It was a 3 wide receiver set to the field. House stood tall, three-step drop, hit Hostetter right on the money on a slant route, and Hostetter just, went right through his hands.
So it's second down and 10 now for the Pioneers at the 25. Still 4:17 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Lampeter-Strasburg. Howell's going to roll it out himself, going to try to keep it, but he won't go far. Sliding, the ball comes loose, and the Spartans have it back. Max Tipton busted up the play and jarred the ball loose. Are they going to say it's a fumble or not? Wyomissing looks like they're arguing as if they're saying it was down. It is.
Nice job by Max Tipton, stepping up, taking on his blocker, and making the tackle at the same time. Ball came loose, but it looks like House was down on the play.
He also gained 4 yards, so it's 3rd and 1 now for the Pioneers at the Wyomissing 21-yard line.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, my bad. Howes wants to throw for it, flushed out of the pocket. Bootlegging out to his left, looking for somebody open, won't find anybody. Fabian had him for a second, and eventually Tipton will push him out of bounds inside the 25, so they'll pick up some, but not nearly enough. Again, it was 3rd and 10 for the first down, so they'll bring on the field goal unit here in Peter Fiorello.
Nice job there by, smart play by Caleb House, not forcing that ball, getting up the field for a gain of 4 or 5 yards, and now looks like he's coming in to hold for a field goal try.
He will take it.
He's got a little limp too, Bob.
Yeah, he was bothered by a hip issue. This will be a 39-yard field goal attempt for Fiorello, and now flag and a whistle before the snap of the football. And it's going to be against Wyomissing, so it makes the job a little easier for Fiorello. Don't imagine it will change the mind of the LS coaching staff. It will be a lot closer to a 4th and maybe 2 or 3 to pick up the first down when they walk off the 5.
He did just make that kick. It was a beautiful kick. So 5 yards closer will definitely help his cause. Will they go for it is the question.
Right. The whistle blew before the play, so that's why even though he made the kick, it did not count. So it's 4th and about 3, but they're going to leave Fiorello out there to attempt what is now going to be a 35-yard field goal. 34-yard field goal, excuse me. As Matt said, Caleb Howes, the quarterback, is the holder. Kicked plenty of leg. Did he get it through? He did. 3 minutes, 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and LS takes advantage of a Wyomissing turnover, turns it into 3 points. When we come back to Warwick High School in Lidditz, the score now LS 10, Wyomissing nothing. You're listening to High School Football, presented by Savage Auto Group, live on WEEU in Reading.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's potato chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle cooked chips so much, he turned his kitchen in Berks County into the ultimate snack factory. Now, 60 years later, we're still crafting our chips with the same passion and the finest ingredients, right where it all began. Diefenbach's potato chips, available in all your favorite flavors when you need that PA-crafted crunch.
Kickoff by Fiorello, a high short kick that Macrina will take it as 10 and won't get much further than the 20. Good job on special teams by LS on the coverage. And thanks to special teams, they have the extra 3 points. Again, taking advantage of the Wyomissing fumble in their own territory. Pioneers turn it into 3. They lead it 10-0.
Number 33, Mitchell Swar there, junior, running back linebacker on the tackle there for LS, brought Derek Macrina down in a hurry.
So the Spartans had the big play on offense in their first series, but it was wiped out by a penalty. Then fumble on the second series after the Pioneers had committed a personal foul penalty that allowed Wyomissing to get into LS territory. So they'll start here from their own 22. Again, sophomore Teddy White under center. Fleischwood goes in motion. The give is to the fullback Eisenhower, who will pick his way to about the 25, call it the 26-yard line, and a gain of 4.
Jai Stieberger and Schonauer in on the tackle of Chase Eisenhower. Eisenhower hitting a dive fullback dive hard there for a quick gain of 4 yards.
Stieberger, the defensive down lineman who sticks out because the other two are Thad Wolf and Colin Shelley, 315 and 290. Stieberger's a quick one at 190. Those four linebackers behind him. Here's on a 2nd and 6. There's a hole for Eisenhower to run through, and he's breaking tackles all the way across the 40, and finally is brought down across the 45 and a first down for Wyomissing.
Impressive run there by Chase Eisenhower. He drug Emery Floor. Emery Floor had his jersey, drug Emery Floor for 3 yards, and then Emery Floor just lost the grip, and Chase Eisenhower just carried a couple more Pioneers down all the way to the Wyomissing 46-yard line.
A gain of 20 for the Spartans, 1st and 10, and making Emery Floor miss is not something that's easy to do. He is a tackling machine in this Pioneer defense. Again, that 4 linebacker core that we're talking about with Danny Weichler, Don Brown, Emery Floor, and Preston Schonauer. Here on the delayed handoff, this is Nydrowski in there at the fullback spot. Bounces off the first tackle and makes it to about the 49 and a gain of 3.
No, Eisenhower again.
Eisenhower. You are correct.
Brought down by number 56, Big Colin Shelley.
So Bob Wolfram right now just dialing up his big fullback. Eisenhower, 5'11", 215 pounds, and just a junior. Nydrowski will spell him at that fullback spot because both of them are also very good linebackers as well. So just giving each of them a breather at time. Justice Hardy on a wing to the right. Danny Fleischhood on a wing to the left. A 2 tight end set for the Spartans. Right back to Eisenhower. Eisenhower just trying to back his way across midfield. And now a little bit of a surge from behind and a push to the LS 48-yard line. That's a tough 3 yards for Chase Eisenhower.
Yeah, that was, again, big number 56, Colin Shelley, in first one to make contact with Eisenhower. And Eisenhower did a nice job getting upfield breaking tackles for a gain of a few.
Yeah, that became a sumo wrestling match for a little while with Eisenhower and Shelley going after one another, pushing back and forth. But they do push into the Pioneer territory. 3rd and 4 now. Big spot here for the Spartans. Same look. Fleischhood wing left, Hardy wing right. 2 tight ends set. Resnahead on one side, Strong on the other. And the give this time is to Fleischhood on a sweep to the right side. And Fleischhood will dive very close to him. Looks like he has enough for a Spartan first down.
Yeah, nice extra effort there by Fleischhood. Lowering his shoulders, getting north and south, cutting up in the hole, just enough reaching out over the sticks for the first down. Nice job by Danny Fleischhood. Extra effort.
On his first carry of the game, the Spartans pick up the first down now at the Pioneer 43-yard line as we wind our way now inside of a minute left to go in the first quarter. 10-0 Pioneers on top. Wyomissing first and now at the LS 43-yard line. Same look. And right back to Eisenhower. Quick hit in a big hole across the 35 like a bolt is Chase Eisenhower, and very close to another Wyomissing first down.
Avon Cunningham, defensive back, the first to put shoulder pads on Chase Eisenhower. That was a quick hitting dive, fullback dive up the gut by Chase Eisenhower with a head of steam for a quick 9.5-yard gain.
Not often that the fullback of Chase Eisenhower's ilk goes into and past the linebackers without being touched, but he was there. 2nd and 1 now for the Spartans from the LS 34-yard line. Fleischhood goes in motion. They'll hand it off to him on a sweep. Cuts upfield for the first down. 30 and brought down with a straight arm just inside the 30, down to about the 27. They move the sticks again.
Really nice job there by Aiden Jimenez, senior 6'2", offensive lineman, making a key block there, getting Fleischhood up inside and then outside for a nice game for Danny Fleischhood and the Spartans.
And the Spartans will see the first quarter come to an end. They've got the momentum going right now, but the LS Pioneers dominate the first 12 minutes of the football game. After a quarter, District 3 4A championship game. It is Lampeter-Strasburg 10, Wyomissing nothing. Spartans on a drive when we come back to Linnets after this on WEEU in Reading.
Hi, this is Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Home. We're proud to announce 4 convenient locations to serve you. Kuhn Funeral Home in West Reading and Temple, Berkey and Driscoll in Hamburg, and Worker Troutman in Pottstown. Compassionate and professional service while working cohesively as a team is what sets our family business apart. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all. from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
We start quarter number 2 alongside Matt Lotto. My name is Bob McCool. 10-0 Lampeter-Strasburg on top of the Spartans on a drive. 1st and 10 for Wyomissing at the Pioneer 27-yard line. Give is to Hardy on a sweep to the left side, looking for a block, and he will not get the block as he's dragged down from behind. Cole Lopez comes up and makes a tremendous tackle on Hardy.
Yeah, that was a tackle that was borderline there, a horse collar tackle or whatnot. He slung Hardy down there. Hardy was trying to get the edge on a quick coming in motion on a jet sweep, and nice play and tackle made by Lopez on the perimeter.
So we'll call Hardy to the 25 and a gain of 2. It's about 1.5 yards to be precise. Hardy lined up on a wing to the right. They split the backs in the backfield. Here's Eisenhower again. Eisenhower with Weichler riding herd behind him. Finally is officially brought down at the 20. Eisenhower drags tacklers with him just for 5-yard gain puts the Spartans in a 3rd and 3.
Lopez and Mitchell Swar in on the tackle there for Lampeter-Strasburg. Looks like number 33, Mitchell Swar, is in for one of the linebackers. It looks like he's in for Emery Floor right now.
Yeah, actually, Matt, I think, you know what I think? I think he's in for Caleb House.
Or Brown.
Yeah, they got moved up. Yeah.
He's that linebacker right now for Brown.
Here's the give to Eisenhower. Eisenhower
breaking the tackle.
Jazz Eisenhower, touchdown Spartans.
Nice job by Eisenhower hitting that fullback dive hole off the left side and cuts it back to the right. A little shimmy shake there, little nice cut in the hole, and Chase Eisenhower's off to the races for a touchdown.
His 11th touchdown of the season. Spartans right back in this one, as Keegan Mayer now will come on to attempt the extra point. Austin Lecker is the holder for the Spartans. Nydrowski actually does this long snapping for Wyomissing. And the snap good, hold down, kick is good. 10 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the first half, and Wyomissing cashes it in. When we come back, the score, the Pioneers 10, the Spartans 7. High school football presented by Savage Auto Group is live on WEEU in Reading.
Let the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery handle dinner this year at their Thanksgiving buffet, featuring roasted turkey, rustic mashed potatoes, stuffing, mac and cheese, and soup and salad. Not in the mood for turkey? Try the New York strip steak, salmon, pineapple ham, plus fried and rotisserie chicken. Top off your meal with decadent desserts or take your meal to go. Call ahead 610-373-3353 or visit the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery Thanksgiving Buffet Thursday, November 28th at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Looking for a game-winning play for your next tailgate or get-together? Score big this season with trays from Chick-fil-A. Delicious chicken nuggets and chicken strips, fruits and garden salads, chocolate chunk cookies, and their delicious mac and cheese. Make a play with Chick-fil-A and you'll be a winner every time. Visit Chick-fil-A at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Chick-fil-A voted America's favorite fast food restaurant.
Winner of this District 3 4A championship game moves on to the state semifinals. Avon Cunningham on the return for the Pioneers at the 15, breaks a tackle at 30, 35, and 40. Another excellent kick return for the Pioneers will give them, again, good field position. LS has started everything beyond the 40-yard line in this game. They started at the Wyomissing 41, the Spartan at their own 42 and 48, and now they'll start this one at their 41. That's their worst field position of this game, starting from their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, it was a nice tackle there by Wyomissing's Danny Delp to bring Cunningham down on that kick return.
So let's see how Caleb Howes looks here. Again, limping a little bit as he came to the sideline at the end of the series and was not out there defensively in the last series. As Weichler will go in motion, they'll give it to Brown, and Brown will fight his way across the 45. Good surge up front by that Pioneer offensive line, and it takes them all the way out to the 47 and a gain of 6 for Don Brown.
Yeah, that was a nice little window dressing there with Weichler coming across in motion, faking handoff to him, giving it to Brown. Brown up the gut for a quick 6-yard gain.
Same thing and the same result. They'll give it to Brown, but this time the Spartans are waiting for him. Max Tipton again is in the bottom of all of it, and it's actually going to push him back on a loss of 2 to the 45.
Yeah, that penetration by Max Tipton right up the gut. He put his two arms locked around Brown's legs and lost on the play.
Back to the 45, makes it 3rd and 6 now for the Pioneers. Howes wants to throw for it this time, has time, looking for somebody open, can't find anybody open, and he's going to get tossed down. Nydrowski had him. Howes threw it away on his way to the ground, and now let's wait and see if they're going to call that as grounding or a sack. There's the flag. It's going to be grounding. So Tyler Nydrowski had Caleb Howes wrapped up, and Howes, just in desperation, Matt, just threw that one on the ground.
Yeah, he was in trouble. He had trips to the field. He was looking down the field. He looked to scramble around, and as he's getting tackled, going to his back, he throws the ball at his offensive lineman's feet. He was looking for Brown, but Brown was nowhere in the vicinity. That's why I think they threw the flag.
So there will be a penalty assessed against LS, and it's also a loss of down, so it will stay 4th down, and the Pioneers will have to put the football right now. But the Wyomissing defensive line is starting to assert themselves a little bit now and getting some pressure on Caleb Howes. And as a result of that, Fiorello is going to have to punt the football, and Wyomissing will get it right back as Macrina is back there to return the punt. And again, this time did not call for the fair catch, and he's wrapped up immediately as Cole Lopez, I believe, was the player who made the tackle on Macrina, who's having a little bit of trouble holding on to the football in those kicks and punts.
Yeah, I wasn't sure there if he called a fair catch or whatnot, but nevertheless, Lopez was right there when he caught it and just slung Macrina to the ground.
So the Spartans now have the football, 1st and 10 with 9:37 left to go. And there was a penalty apparently on the play, and I didn't see the flag. I think they're going to make them re-kick it. So there was a penalty against LS. So it looks like the Spartans are going to say, well, you know what? Have them do it again. So Fiorello kicking it, and based on the American flag to our left, he's kicking into the wind.
Should be better field position for Wyomissing here.
Correct. And that's certainly what Bob Wolfram is hoping for with having him re-kick it. So some penalty issues for the Pioneers so far in this first half was very uncharacteristic. A rugby-style kick here. It's a high, short kick. This time, Macrina will just stay away from it, which is probably the smart move here. And the Spartans will get a little bit better field position. They'll gain a few yards out of it. But again, with 9:28 left to go, Wyomissing has it with a chance to take the lead for the first time. They trail 10-7. They will start 1st and 10 from right around their own 42-yard line. Winner of this game moves on to the state semifinals. They'll take on either District 7 champion Thomas Jefferson or District 9 champion Clearfield. Both of those two teams, like LS, are unbeaten at 12-0. That game will be played tomorrow afternoon at Altoona with a 1 o'clock kickoff. I invite you to stick around. Coming up at our scoreboard show at halftime and our postgame show, we'll get you find out what's going on with the Exeter Eagles and Bishop McDevitt, in addition to some of the other games going on around the state. Here's the Wyomissing Spartans with the football and going right back to the fullback, but this time that fullback is Tyler Nydrowski, and he lumbers across the 45 to the 48 and gains 6.
Yeah, Tyler Nydrowski there off the left side, fullback dive. He lowered his shoulders and just was plowing through the LS defense for a nice gain of 6 yards on first down.
We'll turn inside of 9 minutes left to go in the first half. Again, it's 10-7 Pioneers on top. Spartans have it 2nd and 4 from their own 48-yard line. Macrina will be the motion man from right side to left to give us to Nydrowski a little bit of a delay, and it doesn't work because big Thad Wolf, the sophomore, was in there and blew it up. Back at the 45, they lose 3.
Yeah, Thad Wolf, sophomore. 6'4", 315 pounds. This guy's a wrestler, plays both ways, offense and defensive tackle. Just a big boy. When I was down there on the field, he is a bruiser.
Yeah, he's, you look at these, sometimes you get the rosters and you go, well, let's just see. And then you get out of the field and you see these guys. Okay,
he's legit.
Yeah, that's about right. 315 seems about right.
315 looked a little bit, he looked a little bit north of 315.
It's 3rd and 7 now for the Spartans. Here's a sweep near side for Macrina. Needs a block, won't get enough. He'll get out to about midfield.
Emery Floor on the tackle, making sure he took Macrina out of bounds on the sidelines. Looks like we got 4th and
right at the midfield, so it's about 4th and about 2. Yep. So we'll see how Bob Wolfram chooses to play this here. He's going to send on the punting unit.
Yep. Keegan Maher is on his way out to punt it away.
So the Spartans needed 7, and Macrina got just 5. And so it will be another punt for LS. Again, these are two really good defensive teams, and sometimes this is just the right play. To punt the football, put your defense back out on the field. And this will be a fair catch made by Aiden Cunningham back at the 24-yard line.
They do have a flag on the play here.
And we'll see what this is all about, as it's thrown right around the line of scrimmage. It's against LS. It could be a game changer. Nope, it's going to be against Wyomissing. So they'll look to see whether or not LS wants to have them punt it again, just like it happened a moment ago. And it looks like the Pioneers are going to take the football where it lies. It has 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half. 10-7, Lampeter-Strasburg on top, and the Pioneers will start 1st and 10 from the 29.
I think this might be the worst field position
it is.
The Pioneers have had all game.
Yeah, by a lot, actually. First time they've been outside of the 40s. So Caleb Howell's the quarterback. And again, looking like he was dinged up a little bit. And they will give it back to Don Brown, who slips off a tackle, slips another one. Don Brown at midfield and finally run out of bounds by Macrina in Wyomissing territory down to the Spartan 48-yard line. Big first down run for Don Brown.
Don Brown made Danny Fleischhood miss here on the short side of the field. Once he got by Fleischhood, who had support on the outside, Danny Brown did the rest, got down the field all the way to the all the way down to the Spartans' 48-yard line. 23
yards on the run, and now they'll go right back to that ground game. Different story this time, as they will not get anywhere. And I believe that was Bresnahan that time who wrapped him up and actually drove him back for a loss of a yard to make it 2nd and 11.
Yeah, Bresnahan from his linebacker position, the pursuit or defensive end position, pursuit from the backside brought House down. Really nice play there for a loss.
Inside is 7 minutes now to go in the first half. Howes wants to throw for it here. He hasn't had a whole lot of time. He steps up in the pocket, delivers it across the middle, and it's incomplete off the hands of Weichler, who took a big hit on the play, and ultimately incomplete. The big hit came from Daniel Delp.
Nice job by Daniel Delp there breaking that up. Weichler definitely heard footsteps coming, and that was a dangerous throw there by House, throwing it into coverage over the late over the middle on a four receiver route down the field. Deep throw to Weichler. Incomplete.
So it's 3rd and 11 now for the Pioneers. Hostetler split to the right, the other 3 receivers to the left for Howes, who wants to run to the left this time instead. He will pick his way for a couple to about the 45, but well short of the first down. So we'll see if Victor Ridenour does the same thing here, playing the long game in the field position battle right now going on between the Spartans and the Pioneers. They will punt the football.
Nice job by Chase Eisenhower there in space, bringing House down there to keep him from any extra yardage. We got about 4th and 8.
Yep,
4th and
give
7.
or take. Fiorello will again punt the football. So the 3rd punt of this first half for the Pioneers. And Macrina again will call for the fair catch, and he does so right around the 14-yard line. So still a lot of time left to go in this first half. Neither team has used a timeout as of yet. 6:05 to go. Now we got a little bit after the play's over with and a flag down. Let's see what this is all about. Some tangling between a couple of players after the play was over with.
Looks, I think this is against Lampeter-Strasburg. Personal foul, maybe?
If it is, it's going to be the 3rd of this first half against LS. It looks like they're going to make them punt the football again.
Or holding.
Yeah, if it's a personal foul, be after the play. Yep, it must be a hold against LS. So the Spartans would have gotten it at the 14-yard line. So instead, they'll say, you know what, punt it again. We want to see if we can't get a little bit of field position. But a very uncharacteristic first half in the penalty column for the Pioneers. That is their 5th penalty of this first half. Still 6:05 left to go in that half. This time, Fiorello's punt is a line drive kick that doesn't take much of a roll. Actually bounces the other way up across to about the 32. So Wyomissing just picked up about 28 yards by saying, you know what, make them kick it again.
Yeah, I mean, great bounce for the Spartans there, hitting the ground just around the 30-yard line and bouncing back for a couple. So it looks like they're going to start at their own 32-yard line.
Looked like a Matt Lytle sandwich, the way that thing just hit and stuck.
Yeah. Sandwich or a 9. My 9-iron.
1st and 10 for the Spartans from their own 32-yard line. Again, they're down 10-7. White a little bit late getting back into the huddle. This part of this first half is brought to you by Our good friends at Cross Keys Insurance, an independent insurance agency that can help you find the right policy for auto, home, business, or life insurance needs. With offices in both Reading and Hamburg, Cross Keys Insurance will be the key to your security. Spartans will throw the football. Justice Hardy makes a great behind-the-back catch with one hand, and a first down pickup out across the 40-yard line.
Nice little play action rollout there by Teddy White, and Justice Hardy that was a incredible catch. Throws one arm up, pulls it down one-handed. There's definitely some talent there by Justice Hardy. Bring that in with one hand on the run.
Falling out of bounds in one direction, reach back with the other arm to hold on to the football. It goes as a 12-yard first down pickup. First completion of the game for Teddy White. First down for the Spartans at the 44-yard line. Here is the sweep for Hardy from right side to left. Hardy takes a pop at the 50-yard line, just shy of it. Floor in on the tackle along with Avon Cunningham. Justice Hardy got rocked.
Yeah, Floor and Cunningham definitely, that was a big collision there between Floor Cunningham against Hardy, and Hardy's going to come out for a breather.
Gain of about 5 on the play. As Hardy comes to the sideline, clock continues to run with about 5:25 left to go. Just want to make sure. Longtime trainer Dan Geeson, longtime team doctor Tom Cole checking out on Justice Hardy after he takes that hit. Second down and 5 is what we'll call it for the Spartans from their own 49-yard line, just shy of midfield. Give is to Eisenhower. Eisenhower bulls his way for a couple. Cuts down what they needed in half. Call it third and about 2 for Wyomissing.
Not a lot of room to run there by Eisenhower. Again, that was number 56 leading the push. Colin Shelley, 6'4", 290-pound junior on the tackle.
At the 48 is what we'll call it. The tail of the football at the Pioneer now 48-yard line. So third and a short 2 coming up for Wyomissing. Clock continues to run. Now Macrina will come to the sideline. They'll go to a 2 tight end set here, with Diamante Strong coming in, lining up on the tight end on the right side with Bresnahan as well. Now they'll split. Strong on the right, Bresnahan on the left. Third and short. Long snap count, but the Spartans moved. So Wyomissing will jump off sides, and it will cost the Wyomissing Spartans 5 yards.
Undisciplined like football there by the Spartans. Moves them back now. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 6.
Really just changes the complexion a lot for Wyomissing. Instead of a 3rd and a short 2, now a 3rd and 7. Back at their side of the 50 at the 48-yard line. It's like Justice Hardy is back in the game for Wyomissing. He goes in motion. White rolls out and a bootleg to his left. He's hit as he throws the football and incomplete. Don Brown was there and got a hand on the football, and it's an incomplete pass, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, nice job there by Don Brown coming from the linebacker position, getting his hands up. Teddy White just a little bit late getting the ball off, and incomplete throw. Ball ends up out of bounds. Spartans are looking at a 4th and 6.
So the 5-yard offsides penalty hurts Wyomissing. Instead of potentially being able to pick it up on 3rd and short, goes to a 3rd and 7. The pass incomplete, and now they'll punt the football, but not yet. Flag again, a whistle on the play, and a flag thrown. They weren't even lined up to punt the football, and it looks like they're going to say that. I think they're going to say that the ball was moved by the snapper. I think that's what they're calling, because nobody could have jumped. They weren't even ready to snap the football, but I think the snapper moved the football, and so they're going to bang him for 5 yards. Put it back another 5. Helps Lampeter-Strasburg's field position a little bit. Low snap. Mayer goes down and gets it. Gets the punt off, and it will hit and roll. Great job by Keegan Mayer wherever this ends up. And it's going to roll all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Bob, I don't know how that thing wasn't blocked. Mayer ended up doing, he sideswiped that ball, kicking it, and I thought for sure it was going to be blocked, and went right through the defender's hands trying to block it, and just a line drive down the field. A great job by Mayer getting it off, helping his team.
A huge difference, because LS gets the football in Wyomissing territory. Instead, it ends up rolling all the way down inside the 25, and now with 3:42 to go in the half, the Pioneers start from their own 23-yard line. Pioneers have punted on their last 2 series, have not picked up a first down in either of those series. Howell's going to hand it off for Brown. Brown right into the thick of that Spartan defense, pushes it forward to about the 26, a gain of maybe 3.
Yeah, Tipton and Fabian and company in on the tackle there, standing them up. Actually, that was number 77, Jordan Gwynn, leading that charge.
Clock at 3:20 and counting. Again, neither team has used either of their timeout or any of their timeouts so far in this half. 2nd and 7 for the Pioneers at the 26-yard line. Howe's going to keep it on a sweep to the right. Trying to get a block. Bresnahan will come from behind and spin him out of bounds.
Bresnahan was injured last week, and this is a game he's coming back. He looks healthy. He looks fresh. He ran house down from behind on that play, keep him for a short gain.
Gain of just 1 to the 27. We'll call it 3rd and 6 now for the Pioneers. Now another whistle before the snap, before the teams are set. No flag down. I'm not quite sure. The officials stopped it for a moment. A couple of the officials are on the Pioneer sideline. I'm not quite sure what the delay is, but there is a delay for the time being. Could be something with the clock. They may be adjusting the clock. That's what they did. They put 10 seconds back on the clock. There's 3:01 left in the half. It's 3rd and 6 for LS from their own 27-yard line. 3 receivers for Howes to his left, 1 in Hostetter to his right. He's looking left all the way. Looking for a pass, and it's in and out of the hands of Chase Eisenhower for the interception. It will fall incomplete.
Yeah, nice three receiver set. He was looking for Weichler. Weichler on the hook. Chase Eisenhower from his linebacker position got underneath it and was looking at taking that ball the other direction for 6. And Chase Eisenhower is going to want that one back. That's what you call butterfingers. Should have been an interception, possibly for a pick 6.
Eisenhower did return an interception for a touchdown last week against West York. Instead, for the 3rd straight series, the Pioneers go without a first down and will punt. Another high short kick by Fiorello blending into the wind. Macrina again will call for a fair catch. So the Spartan defense has certainly put a stop right now into things. But again, you're going up against one of the best defenses in the Lancaster-Lebanon League in Lampeter-Strasburg, and we've got ourselves a defensive tussle going on right now, and that's not a surprise to us. With the Spartans down 10-7, and again, good field position for Wyomissing. 1st and 10 from their 44. So there's time, and they still have 3 timeouts to try to get a score before the end of the half. And Wyomissing will get the football to start quarter number 3. Again, LS won the toss and elected to take the football. Here the give right up the gut to the fullback is going nowhere. As Nitrowski is stood up, give his forward progress a gain of a yard to the 45.
Weichler and Wolf in on that tackle, stopped Eisenhower for a short gain of a yard. Anyway, this is a game of disciplined football, right? Who does the best blocking and tackling, and who turns the ball over the least amount of times right now.
Wyomissing turned it over once, and LS turned it into a field goal. That's the difference on the board. Here's Hardy on a sweep to the right. Gets a block from Tipton. Justice Hardy, 40, 35, and finally run out of bounds deep into Pioneer territory at around the LS 33 or 32, depending on where he stepped out of bounds.
There's the big play capability out of Justice Hardy that can take it the distance on any play. He got outside, turned it up the field on the strong side of the field, and ran out of bounds at the Pioneers 33-yard line.
22 yards on the run for Justice Hardy at the 33-yard line now for the Spartans with 2 minutes and change remaining in the first half. This time it is Macrina on a sweep to the left side. Follows his blocker. Bounces off a tackle. 25-20, 15-10, 5 touchdown Spartans. Derek Macrina will take it in for the score, and Wyomissing is on top.
Wow, incredible run there by Derek Macrina. He ran a jet sweep opposite of Justice Hardy. Big thing there with Macrina. Macrina fouled his blockers, cut up inside, and went north and south. Made one more cut and was into the end zone. Nice, great run by Derek Macrina for the Spartans.
Spartans' first lead comes on Macrina's touchdown run, his 8th of the season. And now comes Keegan Mayer for the extra point. It's good with 2:05 left to go in the first half. The score now, the Spartans 14, the Pioneers 10. Still time left for LS when we come back with more first half action on WEEU in Reading.
When it comes to grocery shopping, you're a pro, and Redner's Markets is here to up your game with Redner's Ready. Shop online and save time. Orders can be placed as far as 4 days ahead or as little as 2 hours before pickup at your selected store. Your items are always handpicked, and our personal shoppers will accommodate any special instructions for your grocery needs. Plus, there's no difference between in-store and online pricing, no extra pickup fees, and you can redeem points from your Redner's Rewards membership. Skip the trip with Redner's Ready. Shop online at rednersmarkets.com.
Whether you've got a business presentation, invitations to a special event, or even banners for the big game, Everything Printing in Gilbertsville has you covered. From design to printing, they're your local experts for business cards, flyers, publications, posters, presentation materials, and, well, just about everything. Google Everything Printing and check out their stellar reviews. The most 5-starred in the region. Visit everythingprinting.com to make your project everything you've dreamed of.
14-10, Wyomissing on top as Keegan Mayer will kick it off. Don Brown, the deepest of 3 return men for the Pioneers. This time they'll squib it on the ground instead. And from the 25, 30, and not quite to the 35 on the return was Mason here in there as one of the up men for the Pioneers. So again, 2 minutes and 1 second left to go in the half. LS gets the football now down for the first time at 14-10. They have all 3 of their timeouts left. But it has been 3 series for LS now without a first down. And we'll see if that changes here. But they start from the 34-yard line. House rolls out to his left. Stop, plants, throws. Looking for a man. It's in and out of the fingertips. Danny Weichler could not quite get high enough to down. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, Weichler running a corner out there and Eisenhower right underneath it. Just a little bit high, nice throw by House, setting up, standing tall on the throw, and it was just a little bit out of the reach of Weichler. Great coverage on the play by Eisenhower, covering up Weichler.
4 straight incomplete passes now for House. He's looking for more here. A little screen set up for Brown. Brown looking for a block, and Tipton has him from behind at the 40-yard line. The flag comes in as well. They set up the screen. It was a high floating pass into the middle of the field. Brown had it and brought down at the 40. It's a gain of 6. We'll see what the flag is all about.
Very dangerous throw there. Middle screen. He floated that ball to Brown, and if there were any Wyomissing defenders anywhere near it, it could have been tipped, intercepted, etc. He's got to put a little bit less air on that middle screen to Brown.
It also ended up being the penalty as an ineligible man downfield. That's the other thing that can happen with all that. One of the linemen slipped out a little bit too soon, and so it's going to cost Lampeter-Strasburg more on the penalty, as this one will be backed up now inside the 35 and back to the 34, back to the 29-yard line on the 5-yard penalty. So it will remain second down, and now it looks like Lampeter-Strasburg is going to call its first timeout, or is Wyomissing going to call the timeout? The Spartans might be smelling a little blood in the water. They might be thinking about getting the timeout instead here. 1:44 left to go, and LS is backed up into a second at about 15, so I think that's what's going to happen.
Spartans did call the timeout.
Yep, Bob Wolfram's thinking about double dipping here because he wants to try to score again before the end of the half, and as we talked about at the beginning, LS made the decision. They won the coin toss and put their offense on the field. Worked perfectly for LS because they put up 7 points on the board. But now Wyomissing's in a position that they're going to get the football to start the third quarter. So they're thinking about trying to shut down this Pioneer offense right now, get the football back, and see if they can't get something out of this end of this first half. And again, Wyomissing will have the wind to its back, and we saw Keegan Mayer hit the crossbar at Twin Valley from 49 yards out a few weeks ago. 2nd and 15 from the 29-yard line for the Pioneers. Weichler in motion. He'll give it to him, this time in a jet sweep. As he tried to cut upfield, his feet went out from under him. He'll dive to about the 33 and gain about 4, and Wyomissing will burn another timeout.
Yeah, Weichler came in motion there, and it looked like the turf monster got him as he went to cut up the field. There was no Spartan in on that tackle there. It was just I don't know if his feet got caught up under him or what, or he slipped just with the wet turf. But we're looking at now a gain of 2 or 3 on a play, so we're looking at 3rd and 13.
Yep, that's correct. 3rd, 13, and White Spartans do call their second timeout with 1:35 now remaining in the half. 14-10 Spartans on top. LS in a 3rd and 13. So Wyomissing still has one more timeout here. If they can stop LS, they can use that timeout on the punt. But does Caleb House try to throw the football here? Now, obviously, if it's an incomplete pass, that would stop the clock and save that timeout for the Spartans. We'll see how it plays out here on 3rd and 13. House bootlegging out to his left. He wants to throw the football, looking for an underneath route. The pass is caught, and it's going to be a first down. I believe it's Emery Floor. It is on the catch for a first down across the 45 to the 47.
Weichler again. Weichler.
It is Weichler.
Yeah, Weichler on the hook and covered on the play by number 3, Marcus Armistead, and Weichler got the best of that. He, came back to the ball, made a nice catch and run there, and now you got House around the short side of the field.
Trying to get out of bounds, and Wyomissing doing its best to try to keep him from doing so as Diamante Strong and Max Tipton trip him up at about the 48. That's a gain of just a yard, but now everything kind of changes a little bit. Now it's LS who's now trying to make something out of this last few minutes of the half as they pick up that big first down on the pass play from Howes to Weichler. The Pioneers are now in a 2nd and 9 from their own 48-yard line. Clock did stop as Howes did get out of bounds. And now we're going to whistle on a flag before the snap again. Yep, Pioneers moved. That's the 7th penalty of the first half against Lampeter-Strasburg. That is very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic. Both of these teams, Coach Ridenauer and Coach Wolfram, they're very well coached, very disciplined football teams, and this has been seven penalties against the Pioneers early.
Tremendous amount of respect between both coaches and coaching staffs for this. Howes again wants to throw for it. Has time this time, and Weichler this time could not hold on to it. He was open at about the Spartan 45, but did not catch the football. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, nice route there by Weichler. He was right behind the linebackers and just in front of the safety, Macrina. And Caleb House, really nice ball, stood tall in the pocket and hit him right in his chest on the crossing route, and Weichler just couldn't handle it.
Weichler is their leading receiver with now 27 after that first down catch, but now it's 3rd and 14. House again wants to throw, looking for a man, but it's over the head of everybody. He had 3 receivers there, Hostetler, Weichler, and Floor, and they all kind of gave up on it, and the ball falls incomplete. That's a help for the Spartans. It stops the clock with 1:06 left to go in the half.
Yeah, that was interesting, that play call, and actually just the effort there by both Weichler and Floor. They gave up. It was like a 3-man go route. House put it out there, and they just stopped running on the play. So I don't know if it was that far out of touch or out of reach, but no effort.
Fiorella will punt it. Macrina will stay away from as it rolls inside the 30 and stops at about the 27. 59 seconds remaining in the half. Wyomissing with the football and a 14-10 lead. We'll see what the Spartans try to do here. They got a guy in Hardy who can flip the field in a hurry. That's what happened last time. He flipped the field, and then Macrina took it in for the touchdown. The Spartans will start from their own 28-yard line. Teddy White tried to throw it 3 times in this game. He's completed 1, and it was the great catch by Hardy. It's like Diamante Strong is going to come in here now. Hardy's actually going to come to the sideline. So they might just play this close to the vest here. We'll see. Fleischer at his wing on the left side. Macrina's on the right. And Eisenhower is the fullback on a 2 tight end set. Give is to Macrina on the sweep to the left side. Kicks it outside. 30, 35, and gets out of bounds shy of the 40. That should be a first down run, and is for Derek Macrina.
Yeah, nice job on jet. It was a motion, almost like a glorified jet sweep, handing off to Macrina, following blockers to the strong side of the field, getting out of bounds right at the sticks, stopping the clock with 52 seconds left. Nice, smart play by Macrina, senior Macrina, getting out of bounds.
You are listening to high school football, and you are listening to it on 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading. 52 seconds left to go in the half. Macrina again will go in motion. Again, they'll give him the handoff on the sweep, trying to get out of bounds, and eventually he will. Shy of the 40, maybe a yard, and that's about it for Derek Macrina.
And they're saying he didn't get out of bounds because the clock
No,
is
you're
running.
right. You are correct.
And the clock is running down. I don't know if Wyomissing's going to use their final timeout or not. Doesn't look like it.
Nope. They're leaving the clock run down here. 2nd and 9 now for the Spartans at the 39-yard line. Macrina again, a wing on the left. Hardy on the right, and they'll give it right up the gut for Eisenhower. Eisenhower tries to kick it outside and stumbles across the 50-yard line. That's a first down pickup. Clock will stop till they move the chains.
I mean, great run there by Eisenhower, putting his hand down on the ground. I mean, it looked like he was getting tackled and put that hand down and got some extra yardage for that first down. They're all the way out to the 50-yard line with 12 seconds to go.
So now Wyomissing will use that timeout. They'll use their final timeout with 12 seconds to go. A little bit of a, I'm not going to say game changer, but thought changer for Wyomissing if they were just going to let the clock run down. But all of a sudden, Chase Eisenhower picks up the first down, and now they're at midfield. And 12 seconds to go. Can they pick up enough of a chunk? Again, Keegan Mayer has got a great leg, and he's got the wind at his back right now. But they are going to still have to pick up some significant yardage to make that field goal a viable possibility. And obviously, Matt, now they got to get out of bounds because now they're out of timeouts.
Yeah, so I would look for Fleischer or Hardy out along the sidelines, or look for one of the number 1 or number 5 to get the ball here from Teddy White.
Fleischer is 1. He'll go out to the right side. Hardy is 5. He'll go out to the left. Fleischer is actually out there as the split end now with Macrina in the halfback. And it's a toss sweep for Hardy. Trying to get to the right side. Don Brown chases him, and up comes Christian Nolt to bump him out of bounds. That stops the clock with 7 seconds, but Hardy actually lost yardage back to his own 46-yard line.
Yeah, nice pursuit there by Brown, not letting Hardy get around the end and keeping him, just ran him right out to the sidelines. Hardy was smart, got out of bounds for, took 5 seconds off the clock, 7 seconds to go here, and Spartans are going to get another play out of it.
Yeah, so that pretty much takes care of the idea of getting some of it and getting a field goal out of it. Now somebody hit a home run. 2nd and 14 back at the 46-yard line. Again, Hardy will go in motion. It's up the middle for Eisenhower. Breaks a couple tackles, and Eisenhower will be brought down eventually right around the Pioneer 46-yard line, and that will bring the second quarter clock to 0. It's a very entertaining football game and a hard-hitting one, as we expected. This is the District 3 4A Championship, and it's the Wyomissing Spartans 14, the Lampeter-Strasburg Pioneers 10. We'll take a timeout. Back with more high school football presented by Savage Auto Group live on WEEU in Reading.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is Cross Keys Insurance. Get a quote today at crosskeysins.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Are your garage doors noisy, squeaky, or moving unevenly? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening and closing them? Don't be left sitting in the driveway. It's time for a tune-up from Overhead Door. Starting at just $99, we'll inspect, lube, and adjust your garage doors so they operate smoothly. Call today and ask for a tune-up special from Overhead Door, your hometown garage door company since 1965. Overhead Door, we're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Duck Donuts taste like nothing else out there. Warm and decadent, dipped and drizzled, and made to order just for you with a duck-zillion choices. Donuts as decadent as these pair perfectly with our fresh hot or iced coffees. Or refresh yourself with lemonade, milkshakes, and maybe even an ice cream sundae. You duck-serve it. Visit Duck Donuts at Wyomissing today. Open from 7 to 7, 7 days a week. 90 Commerce Drive in Wyomissing.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lincoln Plumbing and Heating. When you need a plumber, get a good one. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Lincoln Plumbing has the experience to help from a leaky faucet to a whole bathroom remodel. Call 610-376-0863 for Lincoln Plumbing and Heating as honest as their name. Alongside Matt Lytle, my name is Bob McCool. Very entertaining first half in this District 3 4A championship. The Pioneers of Lampeter-Strasburg making their 19th appearance in the District 3 playoffs. They are 25-15. They won back-to-back titles in 2019 and 20 in Class 4A. Wyomissing has won 12 District 3 titles, including winning 5 in a row. All of those were at the 3A level in the last 5. This, obviously, is at the 4A title, but they are at top thanks to a couple of touchdown runs, one from Chase Eisenhower and one from Derek McCreena, reversing what was a Pioneer lead of 10-0 after one quarter to make it a 14-10 lead after 2. Again, the winner of this one moves on to the state semifinals to take on the winner of the game that will be played tomorrow afternoon at Altoona High School at 1 o'clock in a pair of unbeatens. District 7 champion Thomas Jefferson going up against District 9 champion Clearfield. That will be tomorrow. The winner of this one will play the winner of that one next weekend, site and time to be determined. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll throw things back to the WEU studios. Jeff Nolan, Matt Knob will fill you in on what else is going on around the rest of the playoffs in Pennsylvania high school football.
Ahoy! Adelphia Seafood is your neighborhood market for the freshest seafood around, with locations in West Lawn, Fairgrounds Market, and Pottsville. They offer a range of delicious options from crab cakes, clams, fresh organic salmon, and succulent shrimp, as well as convenient take-home dinners and more. For more information or to place an order, visit adelphiaseafood.com or just call one of their stores. Enjoy top-quality seafood and exceptional service right in your community at Adelphia Seafood.
Hi, this is Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Home. We're proud to announce 4 convenient locations to serve you. Kuhn Funeral Home in West Reading and Temple, Berkey and Driscoll in Hamburg, and Worker Troutman in Pottstown. Compassionate and professional service while working cohesively as a team is what sets our family business apart. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
Welcome, everybody, from the second floor at 4th and Court in the WEEU studios. I'm Jeff Nolan. Nice to have you with us here on a Friday night. We get closer to Thanksgiving, but thankful for another week of high school playoff football. Everybody is here in studio, along with Matt Knob and Travis Sparks. Michael Haas, engineering, and, of course, our extraordinary intern. It is Carson Sadison. He is here as well. I'm Jeff Nolan. We now take a look at the first half scoring. And it's a Dom Brown, a name that you heard quite a bit, week number 10 when these two teams got together. He got things going early for Lampeter-Strasburg with a 1-yard touchdown run in the first quarter.
Dom Brown takes it in for the score. So LS opted to take the football on the opening series, and they make it cash in. Dom Brown started all with the kickoff return, and then takes it in for the score.
As Bob mentioned right there was some early excitement with the long kickoff return, setting up that first touchdown. Head coach Victor Ridenauer knows he's got a kicker in Peter Fiorelli, and he used him from 34 yards out late in the first quarter.
34-yard field goal, excuse me. As Matt said, Caleb Howes, the quarterback, is the holder. Kicked plenty of leg. Did he get it through? He did. 3 minutes, 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and LS takes advantage of a Wyomissing turnover, turns it into 3 points.
We go into the second quarter with the LS up by a 10-0 score, but it was Chase Eisenhower who would get the Spartans on the board with a big 20-yard touchdown run.
He's that linebacker right now for Brown.
Here's the give to Eisenhower. Eisenhower sees
breaking the tackle.
Chase Eisenhower, touchdown Spartan.
And the crew that works together stays together right there. And speaking of staying together, it was Derek McCreena with a 33-yard run late in the first half that gave Wyomissing their first lead.
This time it is McCreena on a sweep to the left side. Follows his blocker, bounces off a tackle. 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown Spartans. Derek McCreena will take it in for the score, and Wyomissing is on top.
As we bounce to our first time out, it is first 14-10 right now. Wyomissing with the lead over LS in this 4A district championship. Scores and highlights on the halftime report next on 830 WEEU, online 830weeu.com.
Do you like classic cars? Come see what's for sale at McGinty Motor Cars in our 1910 showroom and warehouse located at the top of Washington Street near the Reading City Park. You can also sell your classic automobile with us.
If you like classic cars, you need to see our showroom and warehouse or check out our inventory online at McGintyMotorcars.com. Do you want a classic VW Beetle or maybe a Ford Mustang? Check out our inventory and see what classic car is right for you.
Visit our website,
McGintyMotorcars.com.
Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcome and comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com.
Back here on the grooviest part of the night, it is halftime, everybody. I'm Jeff Nolan. Also in studio, making the trek down from Chateau Sparks, Travis Sparks and Matt Knob. Gentlemen, welcome to halftime. Everybody settled in here the week before the holiday?
We are settled in, and we're certainly glad we're inside tonight.
We certainly are. Travis, tough ride down for you, but I'm sure you like the comforts of warmth and dryness.
I am enjoying it here in Deck 2. On the second floor of 4th and Court, yes.
Hey, speaking of Deck 2, Wilson and Harrisburg playing tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. That game is at Exeter. We're going to visit postgame show. We're going to talk to Christo Hunsicker and Brady Klein from the Bulldogs. They're going to talk about their matchup tomorrow against Harrisburg, so stay tuned for that on the scoreboard show. Maddie, they've got the winner of Pittsburgh Central Catholic and the Little Lions State College, and, well, Pittsburgh Central Catholic, been there, done that, and doing it again.
Doing it again. PCC leads State College 28-13 in the second quarter.
All right, we're going to go to the 4A right now because our game is a 14-10 Wyomissing lead over Lampeter-Strasburg at the break. Thomas Jefferson and Clearfield, that game takes place tomorrow. TJ with a lot of postseason experience and titles as well there, Travis.
Yeah, we've seen Thomas Jefferson in state titles before. Clearfield's got playoff experience. That'll be a great game. 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, as most of this round's games are now tomorrow's games because either they were scheduled that way or because Mother Nature decided to change it on us.
And that's exactly what happened. That game is going to originate from Altoona. We're going to jump back now to the 5A bracket. We start with, and Travis will stay with you on this one, Pine Richland and Peters Township. That is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. That takes place. Matt, you always do the big words for me. What's that stadium called out there in Pittsburgh?
That is Acrisure Stadium, formerly known as Heinz Field.
All right, that's part of the Whitfield section title game out there. Pine Richland, again, a team that has rich in history, state titles as well, Travis.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's 21 years ago since the epic 39-38 overtime loss to Mannheim Central. They do have a state title under their belts as well.
Yeah, but in the last half dozen years, I believe,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
All right, so the other side of the bracket is Bishop McDevitt, led by Stone Saunders, the Kentucky commit, taking on Exeter. And let's go live to the phones right now as we welcome our Adam Cook, braving the elements out there at Elko. And right now, McDevitt with a commanding 20-0 lead over the Eagles of Exeter at the break. Adam, what's happening?
Everything's working for Bishop McDevitt right now. Stone Saunders is doing what Stone Saunders does. He has a great receiver in Dominic Diaz-Ellis and Nazir Jones-Davis doing a lot on the ground. And McDevitt has first 3 touchdowns tonight. Exeter had a little momentum at the end of the quarter, but did not get to work after a fumble recovery. James Didier is currently out with what looks to be a hamstring or a leg injury of some sort. So we'll see what will happen in this second half here in Elko.
All right. Thank you, Adam. Stay as dry and warm as you possibly can out there at Elko. And we'll talk to Adam post-game as he will give us a complete rundown of the Bishop McDevitt Exeter game right now at the break. McDevitt behind Stone Saunders up 20-0. And Matt, for the 4th straight year, he surpasses 3,000 yards passing.
Certainly quite a career for Stone Saunders, and it's not over yet. If this score holds up, Bishop McDevitt will move on. They are the defending 4A champ, moved up to 5A, and now they're playing for the 5A title. So I guess business as usual for Bishop McDevitt.
Travis, if you're Matt Bauer and Exeter, how do you replace 2,000 yards in Jaden Zandier if you don't get him back?
It's pretty hard to, and plus you've got a hungry Bishop McDevitt team that was one step away from state finals in 4A last year. So they're hungry, and they're still hungry.
And obviously this game is in a neutral site, Matt, but again, Exeter's got to go on the road. They've been on the road since the start. Maybe it's wearing on them a little bit.
Exeter, all these road games may be catching up to them. This is their third straight game away from Rifton.
All right, let's take a look at the 3A bracket. Bermudian Springs and Danville. That is at 1 o'clock tomorrow at Susquehanna. Do you want to chime in on this one, Travis?
Danville, last coal region team, still alive. Bermudian Springs looking to be the last York Adams team alive. This is going to be, I'm going to say Danville a slight favorite in this one. And just if you're looking for a 3A score for anything for tonight, there are none because all 4 games are tomorrow.
Right, and the Scranton Prep game against Northwestern Lehigh was originally set for tonight, but it's been moved to tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Bermudian Springs is the top seed out of District 1, and Danville is the top seed out of District 4. Bermudian Springs, they've won 11 straight since an opening week loss to New Oxford, so they're on all cylinders against an unbeaten Ironman team.
Yeah, and this is their first chance to really go on the road. They've had the home advantage the last 2 weeks, but now neutral site. We'll see how they travel.
Danville 1-6 in 6 appearances, but they've qualified for the postseason the last 5 years. So maybe that breakout year, Matt, that schools need every once in a while.
Certainly, this could be Danville's chance to sort of get over the hump.
Hey, speaking of numbers, the Troy Trojans, Travis, you're not surprised by this. They lead the Bedford Bisons 21-0, but Troy 25-1 over the last 2 seasons.
Impressive, and they score a lot. Eric Epler told us last week about how proficient they are on offense, and they keep on keeping on here. And unfortunately, Bedford, after that emotional win last week, they're the victims tonight.
All right. They get the winner of Riverside and Williams Valley. That is a 1 o'clock kickoff tomorrow from Berwick High School. Muncie leads DeLone Catholic 20-6 in the PIAA state quarterfinal in single A. That is getting close to the half. They get the winner of Westinghouse and Bishop Goifel. That game was moved from today to tomorrow. Off the grid, St. Joe Prep leads Parkland 18-0 at the half. North Penn with a 10-7 lead over Downingtown West late in the first half. Bonner Prendy leads Pope John Paul II 21-7. That's a PIAA 4A quarterfinal from Norristown High School. Juniata and Southern Lehigh, Travis, that's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. That was one of those games that was moved as well, and I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't surprise me. If you were north of Interstate 80 or even north of Interstate 78, a lot of snow up that way and just difficulty traveling. In fact, tomorrow 1 o'clock at Shamokin High School.
Yeah, Matt, how about this? It is Juniata that gets to play 2 weeks in a row at Shamokin because they beat Shamokin last week on the home turf.
Beat them on the home turf. Now they get a neutral site game against Southern Lehigh. A home away from home.
Home away from home. That's what it is. All right. Let's take another time out. When we come back, we'll set you up for the post-game show and remind you that our game right now, it's a 14-10 to lead for the Spartans of Wyomissing over Lampeter-Strasburg. This is the Halftime Report, 8:30 a.m., 830 WEEU.com.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's potato chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle-cooked chips so much, he turned his kitchen in Berks County into the ultimate snack factory. Now, 60 years later, we're still crafting our chips with the same passion and the finest ingredients, right where it all began. Diefenbach's potato chips, available in all your favorite flavors when you need that PA-crafted crunch. Duck Donuts taste like nothing else out there. Warm and decadent, dipped and drizzled, and made to order just for you with a duck zillion choices. Donuts as decadent as these pair perfectly with our fresh hot or iced coffees. Or refresh yourself with lemonade, milkshakes, and maybe even an ice cream sundae. You duck-serve it. Visit Duck Donuts at Wyomissing today. Open from 7 to 7, 7 days a week. 90 Commerce Drive in Wyomissing.
After the game on the Scoreboard Show, don't forget, we're going to get a visit from Wilson Bulldog, Christo Hunsicker, and Brady Klein. They'll talk about the matchup tomorrow against Harrisburg. Reports on the Exeter Bishop McDevitt game, Dillon Catholic, Muncie, and others as well. That's all the time that we have here from the studios at 4th and Court on the second floor. I'm Jeff Nolan for Travis Sparks, along with Matt Knob, Michael Haas, and Big ZD himself, Carson Sanderson. We send it to commercial break, and after that, it'll be Bob and Matt from Lampeter-Strasburg and Wyomissing.
Do you like classic cars? Come see what's for sale at McGinty Motor Cars in our 1910 showroom and warehouse located at the top of Washington Street near the Reading City Park. You can also sell your classic automobile with us.
If you like classic cars, you need to see our showroom and warehouse or check out our inventory online at McGintyMotorcars.com. Do you want a classic VW Beetle or maybe a Ford Mustang? Check out our inventory and see what classic car is right for you.
Visit our website,
McGintyMotorcars.com.
Welcome back as we conclude our Lincoln Plumbing and Heating halftime show alongside Matt Latta. My name is Bob McCool. Teams are out on the field, and we are ready to get started for half number 2. It is 14-10. Pioneers trailing the Spartans, and as we said, going into halftime, Wyomissing will get the football to start half number 2. And Matt, the biggest question right now is the situation for Caleb Howes. We knew going into this game that he was dinged up a little bit, as most players are at this point in time in the season, but you noticed it right away at one point in time early in the first, or midway through the first quarter. He looked like he was limping just a little bit coming to the sidelines, and so far, he has been relatively held in check by the Spartan defense.
Yeah, I mean, 9 carries for 15 yards there in the first half. I mean, he's on the season. He has 10 yards. He averages 10 yards per carry, 19 touchdowns on the ground. He carried 120 times for Pioneers for 1,245 yards. The guy makes plays on the ground, and Wyomissing's defense has done a great job keeping him in check. But I do think watching him on one of his runs, he's limping. I don't think Caleb Howes is 100% right now.
Second half kickoff is presented to you by Cross Keys Insurance, an independent insurance agency that can help you find the right policy for auto, home, business, or life insurance needs. With offices in both Reading and Hamburg, Cross Keys Insurance will be the key to your security. Peter Fiorello's kickoff will find the end zone, and so Wyomissing will get 1st and 10 from its own 20-yard line. Again, the Pioneers jumped out on top 10-0 with a touchdown run from Don Brown, and then the Peter Fiorello field goal was 10-0 LS after a quarter. Second quarter was the Spartans. A 20-yard touchdown run from Chase Eisenhower, a 33-yard touchdown run for Derek Macrina, and Wyomissing on top 14-10. Eisenhower with 82 yards rushing unofficially on 10 carries in the first half. Macrina with 5 for 54. Justice Hardy, 5 carries for 25 yards. And Daniel Fleischhood with 2 carries for 12 yards. Fleischhood will go in motion to give his to Eisenhower, trying to find some daylight. Pushes forward for a couple, call it to the 22 and maybe the 23. Don Brown in on the tackle for LS.
Yeah, nice job there by Don Brown, hitting that A gap and getting Chase Eisenhower from behind, tackling him on the play for a short game by Eisenhower.
Eisenhower ran for over 1,000 yards a season ago as a sophomore. This is junior year. He is over 700 yards now, but they've used him and have not needed to use him as much in the backfield. Of course, they have Tyler Nydrowski to take some of the carries away as well. Here's Hardy on a sweep to left side. Hardy will get clipped down across the 25 at about the 26. Hardy gets 4, makes it 3rd and 4.
Yeah, nice open field tackle there by Emery Floor. No other than Emery Floor from the middle linebacker position there for the Pioneers. Going back to Eisenhower on his running, he has 11 touchdowns on the ground this year, 7 yards per carry. The guy plays both ways, and you've got Nadrowski, who's another Chase Eisenhower type of runner, a bruiser. Love to see the two of them in the backfield at the same time, blocking for one another as well.
3rd and 4 for the Spartans, and this is a sweep for Fleischhood. Fleischhood trying to cut up field, and he will not get there. And Caleb Howes back out there on defense is in the middle of that tackle, trying to make sure that Fleischhood doesn't get the first down. They got a pretty good spot, but I still think they're short.
He's still gimping a little bit out there on a play, but it's not going to stop him from playing and lowering his shoulder pads on 3rd down to keep the Spartans in check, looking to punt it away.
So
a big 4th and 2.
Big stop there as Fleischhood only gets 2, gets half of what they needed to pick up the first down. So Wyomissing cannot take advantage of it. A booming kick by Mayer. And even Cunningham will make the catch at about his own 37. Flags go down as he's across the 45 and will not quite get to midfield, but we'll see what the flags are all about. It was a very flag-centric first half. Wyomissing unofficially called for 4 penalties, and for LS, 7 first-half penalties.
Yeah, for these two football teams, very disciplined on both sides of the ball. 11 penalties in the first half. That was a lot for this ball game with two great coaches on each sideline. Nice tackle there on that punt return by the Pioneers by Tyler Nadrowski, open field tackle, coming from his long snapping position.
LS is to the line of scrimmage, but they have not yet walked off on a penalty. So not quite sure if they're picking up the sticks. No, this is against Wyomissing. So this is going to be against the Spartans. It may have been a face mask on the tackle. It's about all I can figure it to be, because this is going to put the ball now into Wyomissing territory all the way down to the Spartan 38-yard line. So a huge change here as this will put the ball 1st and 10 at the Wyomissing 38-yard line for LS to start this third quarter. Howell's the quarterback from the shotgun. Don Brown sidecar to his right to give his to Brown, and he'll push his way for a couple. Gets maybe 36 and a gain of 2.
Tipton right there to just clog up the middle for the Spartans. Don Brown lowered his shoulders, but Tipton was there. Big Max Tipton to keep it to a short gain of 2.
He has done a boatload of great work for Wyomissing, not only this year, but especially in this game. It starts on both sides of the line of scrimmage, 6'2", 285-pounder. 2nd down and 8 now for the Pioneers. Cooper Price is in as a receiver now for LS. He split out to the left side to give his to Brown. And Brown this time will push his way inside the 35 and down to the 33. 3 more. It's 3rd and 5.
That time it was tackled by Jordan Gwynn on the play. Brown the running back. He's averaging 7 yards per carry on the Pioneer side, and Brown these last 2 runs are, they're holding him in check to 2 and 3 yards a clip.
3rd and 5 here for LS. Probably 4-down territory for the Pioneers right now at the 33-yard line. Howes wants to throw for it here. Has time. Now he's running out of time. Buys himself some time. Throws it for the end zone. Touchdown, Lampeter-Strasburg. A great throw by Caleb Howes. And in the end zone for the score is Danny Weichler.
Danny Weichler, another big play by him. And that ball, great throw by Caleb Howes. Weichler, 2 hands, high points it, brings it in. Late throw down the field. House held that for a little while, but nevertheless, beautiful throw to the corner of the end zone to Weichler. Touchdown Pioneers.
Well, if Caleb Howes isn't 100%, as you said, it's going to take a Mack truck to get him off the field. There's no way they're going to get that young man off the field. And if he's hurt, that was a great throw.
Beautiful throw.
33 yards on the hookup. The 15th touchdown pass throw by Caleb Howes this season. And for Weichler, his 7th score of the year as a receiver. And on comes Peter Fiorello now to kick the extra point. But again, we're going to get a penalty against the Pioneers before the snap of the football on the extra point.
False start.
It'll back Fiorello up 5 yards. 8:41 left to go in the third, and with their first possession of the second half, the Pioneers are right back up on top. And the extra point, Howes had a little trouble getting it down, but no problem for Fiorello to get it through. And the score now, the Pioneers 17, the Spartans 14, 8:41 left to go in the third when we come back to Warwick High School in Linnitz right after this.
Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcoming, comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com.
So it was LS who led early. After a quarter, it was Pioneers 10-0. Wyomissing was the second quarter dominant. They were all their 14 points in the second quarter. But now LS scores on its first possession of the third, and they're back up on top. 17-14. And Pierre Fiorello and Lampeter-Strasburg will kick it off. 33 yards on the hookup. Caleb Howells to Danny Weichler for the score. Macrino will not have an opportunity to return as he steps back into the end zone. And so no return possibility in the high school game. If the kickoff finds its way in the end zone, it is automatically a touchback. And so Wyomissing, who has not nearly had the kind of field position that the Lampeter-Strasburg Pioneers have had in this game, again, will start at their own 20. Wyomissing unable to pick up a first down on their first possession. It's like Diamante Strong is back out there for a second tight end along with Andrew Bresnahan. So the Spartans are going to play a little power football, it would appear. Macrino wing on the left, Hardy wing on the right. Eisenhower is the fullback, and it's the give is to Eisenhower. Nothing doing this time. Eisenhower, it's actually Nidrowski in there. He does not go down easily, despite both Thad Wolf and Colin Shelley kind of clogging things up. But they blow the play dead right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no gain there. You got Shelley and Wolf just standing Nidrowski up, and Nidrowski just was not giving up. And finally the whistle blew for a gain of no yards. So 2nd and 10 on the Spartans.
Right back to Nidrowski. This time there is a bit of a hole, and Nidrowski will push it across the 25 and close to a first down. Doesn't look like they're going to give him the 30. It should be very, very short, 3rd and less than a yard to pick up the first.
A nice little hop juke in the hole. Nice cut there by Nidrowski, getting up the field for 9.5 yard gain.
That's exactly right.
3rd and inches.
3rd and less than a yard. As Hardy goes in motion to give again is Nidrowski. Nothing doing this time. Dom Brown stood him up. Nidrowski won't give up, but he's not going to get the first down.
Yeah, great play there by Dom Brown out of the linebacker position. Coming up, keeping Nidrowski from getting those extra yards, stuffing him at the 29-yard line.
So it's right back now to a 4th and 1 as there's no gain on the play for the Spartans. It looks like Bob Wolfram is going to go for it here, or is he? They had the offense out there. Now here comes the punting unit. It would have been a gutsy call, to say the least, especially after they just got stood up. They're deep in their own territory. There's way too much time left to go in this football game to think about that. Mayer will punt it, and Cunningham will have no chance on the return as it's touched by Fleischhood right around the 40-yard line. 6:51 left to go in the 3rd. Pioneers have it right back again. We were just talking about field position. It seems like LS has started almost every drive somewhere between the 40s, both 40s, where the Spartans have pretty much started almost everything in between the 20 and the 30.
Yeah, they definitely have had better field position throughout this ball game tonight. The Pioneers have, and Wyo's been on their 20 most of the time.
Preston Schonauer split to the left. Mason Hostetter split to the right. Weichler and Floor off the right wing. Brown's going to go off the left wing. Brown sees a hole, and he's brought down from behind by Eisenhower, but not before he spins into Spartan territory and for a first down.
Nice little delay run there by Brown. It was like he was just dancing in the hole there, setting up his blocks, and all of a sudden then he hits it for a big 10-yard gain.
Right back on a quick snap, and they go right back to Brown. Nothing doing this time, however, for Brown. He's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was upended there by Francisco Fabian out of the linebacker position for the Spartans.
2nd down and 10 now. They are at the Wyomissing 49-yard line. Again, they bunch those two wings right in front of Brown. Play action fake. House steps away from the pressure. Steps up in the pocket, delivering, looking for Emery Floor. Makes the catch, but he's out of bounds.
Incredible effort there by Floor, diving. As he's diving, can't keep a foot in bounds. Great catch, but it was off the field, out of bounds.
I'd be very curious about the conversation in the locker room. Victor Ridenauer has talked a lot about this crew and how dedicated they are, how hard they work. We'll finish that thought after this play because the Pioneers are right back on the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 10. Back to Brown. Brown bounces away for a couple, but not much. The thought being, Matt, we talked about that play, that deep post, where it looked like the Pioneers kind of gave up on it a little bit. Doesn't seem like that's the case right here in the second half.
No, they definitely had a talking to at halftime. I'd love to hear what Victor Ridenauer had to say, but the usual suspects. You had Floor, you've got Brown, you've got Weichler, you got you got that linebacking crew, and a lot of them are receivers. They're making plays on both sides of the ball.
The Spartans do come up with a stop as Brown stopped at the 45 and Fiorello will punt it, and it's going to be a great result for Lampeter-Strasburg. This one's going to roll all the way down inside the 5 and down to about the 2. Great job by Fiorello on the punt, and it stops the Spartans. We're talking about bad field position. Well, it's gotten a whole lot worse for Wyomissing. They have the football. They're down by 3 with 5:31 to go in the third quarter. 17-14 our score. Wyomissing is going to start 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Really nice job by Lampeter-Strasburg, their special teams. I mean, this is, you talk about field position and the change of the field position going from their own 42-yard line starting for Lampeter to Wyomissing's 1-yard line starting backed up.
Justice Hardy has the split end here on the right side, but they're going to try to find themselves a little bit of real estate right now, starting at the 1-yard line. They'll just go with the fullback dive to get a couple.
Yeah, I gave it to Chase Eisenhower to lower his shoulders to get some breathing room, maybe out to the 2-yard line, looks like.
12th carry of the game for Chase Eisenhower. Second down, we'll call it 8 from about the 3-yard line for the Spartans. Bresnahan, the tight end on the right side. Again, Hardy split out on the right as well. Here comes a sweep right side for Fleischhood. Fleischhood trying to make a man miss, but it's Christian Nolt who wins the battle and brings him down on a great open field tackle at about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, Wyomissing overloaded this side, had 3 receivers to this side, and in motion handed off to Danny Fleischer to the short side of the field here on a sweep. And nice job by Nolt keeping him from getting around the corner for a short gain.
We'll call it 3rd and 7 now for the Spartans from their own 4-yard line. Hardy now will come out of the game. Diamante Strong in as a second tight end. He's on the right, Bresnahan on the left. Fleischhood wing on the right, on the left, Macrina on the right. And the give is to Macrina, looking for some daylight. Not much there. They'll wrap him up at about the 7, and the Spartans are going to have to punt from their own end zone.
Yeah, a little misdirection there by Wyomissing, running a counter back to the field with Macrina, and Macrina really had no real estate, nowhere to run. You had those bookend tackles inside that just stayed at home and clamped down on Macrina. Wyomissing's looking to punt the ball from deep in their end zone.
Well, we talked about the field position. LS is going to get great field position out of this, as Mayer will punt literally from the back of the end zone. Avon Cunningham is the return man. Into the wind, Cunningham will field it as the fair catch at about the Spartan 38-yard line. With a 17-14 lead and 3:41 left to go in the third, Pioneers in a great position to pounce here in Wyomissing territory at the Spartan 38.
That was good. Good job by Mayer, just getting that ball off because LS was coming for the punt, got it off and getting it away. Although now the Pioneers are starting out on YO's 38-yard line. Talk about great field position.
And they'll give it to Brown. Brown trying to sweep to the right side. He's got some daylight. He's got the 30, 25, and is still on his feet inside the 20. And Don Brown is finally brought down to close to the Spartan 15-yard line. A big first down run for Don Brown.
Yeah, that's just student body right. Everybody out in front blocking for Don Brown. Don Brown just setting up his blockers, getting outside, and just really being patient with the ball all the way down to the 15-yard line.
23 yards to the Spartan 15 for Brown. Caleb Howes wants to throw for it here. Looking right, nobody there. Now he's going to get flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to run it himself before he's eventually bumped out of bounds shy of the 10 at about the 11 on the scramble for Caleb Howes.
Yeah, nice job with his eyes downfield. House just scrambling, pulls the ball down, get some positive yards all the way down to the Spartan 10. Francisco Fabian staying at home and riding House for Wyomissing out of bounds.
House has not thrown an interception on the season. Now 15 touchdowns with his touchdown pass earlier in this half. 2nd down and 7. Now we're getting a whistle and movement by these Pioneers before the snap. So that's going to back them up to a 2nd and 12. And backed up to the 17-yard line. Big spot here for the Spartan defense. Down 17-14. And with LS starting at the Spartan 38. Now in a 2nd and 12 at the Spartan 17. Give again is to Brown. Just sneaks out of the tackle of Max Tipton, who had him by the shoe tops. And Brown takes it to the 10, picks up 7 of it.
Yeah, 2 receivers set each side of the field for LS, and they just House takes the snap, hands the ball directly to Brown. Brown up the field, almost got tackled in the backfield by Tipton and got some extra yards down to the YO's
10-yard line.
10-yard line.
And right back to Brown.
Brown.
A great surge up front. Don't think he got enough for the first down. We'll see what they decide to do here. They're going to spot Brown at the 6. That's going to make it about 4th and about a yard to pick up the first down. Again, a lot of the quick hitters, quick sets for the Pioneers in this game.
And I think that's where all these offsides penalties
right.
are coming from. Very, very undisciplined-like, but I don't think I think it's part of this hurry-up offense.
4th and 1. They're not going to go bring on the field goal unit. They're going to go for it. And Howes, the quarterback, with a surge up front. Did he get enough?
I don't know if he got it.
On the initial mark of where the officials are coming in, they didn't get it. Chase Eisenhower doesn't think he got it. Let's see what the guys in the striped jerseys think. Obviously, both teams think they got it. The question is where exactly they spotted. They're going to say it's Spartan football. So Wyomissing comes up with the stand, and they will get the football, again, right back deep in their own territory. But that is a huge win. Pioneers got the football, remember, at the Wyomissing 38-yard line, and they do not score.
So just on the season for the Spartans defense, I want to tell you how good this defense is, Bob. They have given up. They played 12 games. They're 10-2. They've given up 97 yards rushing per game.
Yep.
That's not a lot.
1st and 10 now for the Spartans, who need a little rushing right now because they're starting from their own 6. A little bit better field position than the 1 where they were last time, but still needing some kind of a bolt here. And they'll give it to Hardy. Speaking of bolts, Hardy trying to get outside. Will not be able to get outside. Flag comes in. Caleb Howes has him, and I think that's going to be a face mask. Howes was trying to wrap up Justice Hardy, but he had him up high. As Hardy fought for a little bit more, they ran him out of bounds at around the 7, and that's where the flag came in.
The Spartans on the season have 260 rushing yards per game. On the Lampeter side, Lampeter defensively is giving up 135 yards rushing per game. So, I mean, very stout defenses, run stoppers on both sides of the ball.
It is going to be a personal foul penalty on the face mask against Lampeter-Strasburg, and so that's going to give Wyomissing a first down out to the 23-yard line. A big, big help for the Spartans. 1st and 10 from the 23 after the 15-yard personal foul penalty. The give is right up the gut for Eisenhower. On the fullback dive, Eisenhower's across the 25 to about the 26-yard line and a gain of 3.
That is, when you take Chase Eisenhower off his feet directly, that was number 56. Colin Shelley just depleted Eisenhower on that. I just saw Eisenhower get swallowed up, and it was big number 56. Great play by Shelley.
Yeah, and by the way, that's a 215-pound fullback who got swallowed up.
Yeah.
Eisenhower got 3. It's 2nd and 7. They'll give it to Macrina trying to get outside on the sweep. Nothing there. They had it positioned perfectly, and Macrina tried to get away from it, but there was nowhere to go.
Schunauer in from the linebacker position, first in on the tackle.
And, Matt, this is what we saw from LS defensively in the game in the regular season at Wyomissing. Just whatever Wyomissing tried to dial up, one of those linebackers was there. As Macrina loses a yard, it's now 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Wyomissing's trying to get on the perimeter outside, and these linebackers sideline to sideline are physical and they're fast.
3rd and 6. Teddy White going to roll out to his right. Looks for a man. The pass is incomplete. Andrew Fabrizio was in there as the receiver, but it was too far out of his reach and incomplete. And that will bring up 4th down for Wyomissing.
Yeah, Fabrizio, he got a hand on the ball. Teddy White did a nice job putting it where only Fabrizio could get it or no one was going to get it. But, unfortunately, it was a little bit too far outside, and the Spartans are going to punt it away.
So Mayer right back out on the field. So the personal foul penalty helps Wyomissing a little bit, gives them the chance to move the football away from the end zone a little bit. Mayer, again, will punt 4th time in 4 series. It's a high, very short kick. And it will hit and take a Pioneer bounce. And LS is going to get the football in Wyomissing territory for a 2nd straight series and a 3rd time in this half. With 47 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, Pioneers on top 17-14, and again in great field position starting at the Wyomissing 45-yard line. If this is a war of attrition right now, LS is winning that war of attrition with the field position battle right now. Even Cunningham is in there as a receiver now. He's split out on a slot right with Mason Hotstetter split right. Schonauer split left. And it's Brown on the carry right side. Brown will push it to about the 41, a gain of 4 on first down for Don Brown.
Yeah, trips to the field and what they're doing. They're motioning down a receiver. Nice scheme, motioning down a receiver, coming in as a lead blocker and handing the ball off to Brown, off tackle, off edge. And, first down play, gain of 4 yards.
2nd and 6 from the 41. Brown's a workhorse. That's his 23rd carry of the night. He had 28 carries for 116 the first time these two teams met. Last week against Twin Valley, he carried it 29 times for 183 yards. So Don Brown doesn't mind getting the football a lot, and that might be the calling card for the Pioneers because we are headed to the fourth quarter. The final 12 minutes for one of these two outstanding football teams after 3. Lampeter-Strasburg 17, Wyomissing 14. The District 3 4A championship continues on WEEU in Reading when we come back after this.
Whether you've got a business presentation, invitations to a special event, or even banners for the big game, Everything Printing in Gilbertsville has you covered. From design to printing, they're your local experts for business cards, flyers, publications, posters, presentation materials, and, well, just about everything. Google Everything Printing and check out their stellar reviews. The most 5-starred in the region. Visit everythingprinting.com to make your project everything you've dreamed of.
Looking for a game-winning play for your next tailgate or get-together? Score big this season with trays from Chick-fil-A. Delicious chicken nuggets and chicken strips, fruits and garden salads, chocolate chunk cookies, and their delicious mac and cheese. Make a play with Chick-fil-A and you'll be a winner every time. Visit Chick-fil-A at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Chick-fil-A voted America's favorite fast food restaurant.
The fourth quarter with LS on top of Wyomissing 17-14 alongside Matt Lytle. My name is Bob McCool. On 2nd and 6, they'll give it to Don Brown. He stood up immediately at the 40. It's 3rd and 5 now for the Pioneers at the Wyomissing 40-yard line.
Jordan Wynn and Piacini in on that tackle, standing up Brown for a short gain.
Need to get to the Spartan 35, to pick up the first down. Howell's going to roll out himself and a whistle beforehand. And did somebody get jumpy? Yep, LS moved again. So backs them up to the 45.
Bob, I don't think in the first 2 games that we did for LS this season, I do not recall the.
No, I don't think they had as many penalties in both of the games we did
combined
in the half tonight. That's 11 by my count.
I agree.
So it's now 3rd and 10 from the 45. As you said, they are trying to play that little hurry up, and it's a lot of procedure things. So they may be playing just a little bit out of sync, a little bit too fast for their own good in some ways. 3rd and 10. House rolls out, stops, plants, throws, looking for Weichler. The pass is caught. That's a great throw again, and a first down at the Spartan 30.
I mean, great throw by House. I mean, he put that on the money to Weichler, and Weichler was covered.
Yep.
He had 3 Spartans, low, medium, and high. I mean, they were surrounding him, and House put it where nobody could get it, and only Weichler. Great throw and catch by the 2 seniors.
So Howes was 3 for 9 unofficially in the first half. He's 2 for 3 here in the second, and he's found Weichler for them both. It's his favorite receiver on the season. 1st and 10, more importantly, for LS, now at the Spartan 30. Opening seconds of this fourth quarter, and back to the ground game of Brown, and he's tripped up as he dives to about the 27-yard line. But this is the spot where this is what LS was able to do last week against Twin Valley with a lead in the fourth quarter. It just became the Dom Brown show with Caleb Howells mixed in a little bit. But with Howells being less than 100%, they're just not having him run the football as much. 2nd and 7 now for the Pioneers at the Spartan 27. Back to Brown, trying to go left side this time, and the Spartans quickly fill that gap and get to him. And that was
Chase Eisenhower in on a tackle, wrapping him up.
Chase Eisenhower sliding in and making the tackle at the 25 after a gain of 2. It's 3rd and 5. So Brown again over 100 yards on the evening with his 26 carries now on the season. Both Howes and Brown are 1,000-yard backs. And as we said earlier, Howes has also thrown for over 1,000 yards on the season. He's thrown for over 100 yards tonight. 2 receivers bunched to his left and 1 to his right with Floor on the wing. Brown right up the gut. Nadrowski has a hold of him. They'll get something, but they won't get enough. It's going to be 4th down again coming up for LS.
Yeah, really good by Nadrowski and company, just stacking that middle and keeping Brown at bay. You're at 4th and 4. Looks like LS is going to come in with a field goal team, and Peter Fiorello is going to give it a shot.
So this will be a 41-yard field goal for Fiorello. And again, looking at the flag, he's kicking into the wind. So this is quite the challenge for Peter Fiorello with Howes the holder. Gets it down. Did he get it through? He did by plenty. Peter Fiorello with a big kick, his 2nd of the night. And the Pioneers extend their lead now. Makes it a 20-14 game. So a huge kick there for Fiorello from 41 yards out. He had 2 field goals in the first meeting between these two, and now he's got 2 tonight. 1 from 34 and 1 from 41. And that was good by plenty.
Yeah, it was a great kick. Great kick. Plenty of leg there by Fiorello. Looked like it was pulling wide left there for a minute, but it ended up straightening it out and went right through the pipes.
So it's still a 1-possession game for the Spartans, down now 20-14 with 9:17 to go. And Wyomissing has 1 first down in this half, and that was on that personal foul penalty in the last series. So the Wyomissing offense has gained nothing so far here in half number 2 against this Pioneer defense. Karina again back deep for Wyomissing. Still a ton of time left, 9:17 to go. And Macrina will take this as a catch this in the end zone.
I mean, Fiorello's got a leg.
Yeah,
He just put that deep into the end zone off kickoff.
I'm just looking at the fly. I mean, it's whipping around. The wind has got to be adjusted to his back. I mean, that kick was good by a mile, and that kickoff was sailed almost through the back of the end zone.
Yeah,
so
he's kicking directly into the wind, too.
Yep. So it's, again, 9:17 to go. Plenty of time for Wyomissing. They're down 20-14, but yet again, start at the 20. They've started at the 20, 21, 6, and now 20 in 5 possessions here in this second half. And yet to pick up a first down. Eisenhower has the carry. Eisenhower's going to pick up a first down, breaking tackles. 50-yard line, dragging Caleb Howes with him all the way down to the Pioneer 34-yard line.
Biggest run of the night there by Chase Eisenhower, carrying Caleb Howes 20 yards down the field. He just would not go down. I mean, it was a machine. Tackled all the way inside the LS's 35-yard line down to the 34. Nice run by Chase Eisenhower, busting it right up through the middle on that 35-36 dive or fullback dive.
And it goes for 46, and Eisenhower will take a well-deserved breather now. And looks like the officials have also blown the whistle for a moment. The line of scrimmage is now the 34 to the 46-yard run for Chase Eisenhower.
He hit the ground pretty hard.
Yeah.
He hit his, landed on his face with Caleb Howes.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised he's a little blurry right now down on the field.
And Howes is a 200-pound quarterback / safety, and it looked like a rodeo broke out for a while because he was riding his back for a good 15 yards. 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 34. So Nadrowski is in as the fullback. Here's the counter handoff for Hardy. Hardy has a seam, but he's upended. Big time tackle again by LS, as that was Avon Cunningham coming up and upending Justice Hardy, and he is shaken up.
Yeah, number 2, Avon Cunningham, just took him out, went low on Justice Hardy and took out his legs.
So they're going to spot Hardy down, I believe, at the 30. It's a gain of 4. There was a hole there, and Cunningham just slipped right in there and got to Hardy and literally upended him. And Justice may have hit that ground hard, and it's cold and hard surface for sure, and he is shaken up right now on the play. It's after a 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. By the way, I want to take a time to thank Earl Hazel and the staff here at Warwick. They had a great setup here at Grosh Field, the soccer field on the other side. They actually have 2 press boxes. We are on the what normally would have been was the home field side, but with the additions and remodeling that they did here at Warwick High School a couple years ago, they put a newer press box on the visiting side, and it's actually on the flip side of the soccer field. So it kind of serves as a dual purpose. But good folks here at Warwick have been more than hospitable to us in our setup to bring this game, as Justice Hardy is now up and walking off the field under his own power. So we'll keep an eye on Justice and hope that he can get back in there with the Spartans certainly needing him down 20-14. 2nd and 6 at now the LS 30. So we'll see if is Eisenhower back in there as well. Yes, he is. So Eisenhower out for just the one play. He's back in. Macrina will be on the wing on the right. They're going to put Fleischhood in the backfield with Eisenhower. And it's Eisenhower who gets the call, and Eisenhower taking Steenberger with him this time for a little bit, as Steenberger will eventually bring him down at about the LS 27 or 28-yard line.
Yeah, Jai Steenberger and also Dominic Brown in on the tackle there. Brown just, going nose to nose with Chase Eisenhower on that, just tackling him from behind, bringing him down for a short gain.
So it's 3rd and a long 3 now coming up for the Spartans. No doubt 4-down territory for Wyomissing from the LS 27-yard line. Macrina in motion, right side to left. A little bit of a collision in the backfield, and Eisenhower's going to make his own collisions go to work as he bounces off a tackle and takes it inside the 20 for another Spartan first down.
Yeah, Chase Eisenhower ran through the arm tackle of Schonauer, and then Weichler was tackling him down inside the 20, down to the Lampeter-Strasburg 17-yard line.
10-yard gain for Eisenhower. Second first down run for Chase Eisenhower in this drive. 1st and 10 at the 17. And again, the Spartans jump before the snap. Second time that has happened for Wyomissing in the last 2 quarters. As they jump off sides, it's their first penalty of the second half. But again, those are those kind of little things. The last time they did that, it ended up costing them. That's only first down, so that's the good news for Wyomissing. It puts them back to the 22. It's 1st and 15. 2 tight ends set. Diamante Strong on the right side, Andrew Bresnahan on the left. Macrina in motion, right side, 2 left. Trying to follow his blockers, and does. To the 15 and bumped out of bounds to about the 13-yard line, following the blocking of Aiden Jimenez, the pulling guard.
Nice quick handoff there by Teddy White to Macrina, coming in motion on a quick jet-like sweep or glorified sweep into the boundary. Macrina made a nice cut, getting up the field all the way down to the Pioneers' 13-yard line.
Yep. It's to 2nd and 6 now after the 9-yard gain for Macrina. Clock 7:38 and counting. 20-14 LS on top. Wyomissing trying to change that with his drive. Fleischhood will go in motion, but it's Eisenhower. Eisenhower with Schonauer wrapped around him and a whole lot more Pioneers wrapped around him. We'll get to about the 11 and gains just 2.
He was gang tackled on that play. There must have been 5 or 6 blue hats wrapping Chase Eisenhower up for a short gain.
Just 2 on the play. It's 3rd and 4. Spartans trying to use their big fullback and use his power in this series. As Macrina will come on the wing on the right, Fleischhood again the wing on the left. The give is to Macrina, sweep left side, 10, 5, not going to get in, but it will be 1st and goal to go for the Spartans.
Touchdown saving tackle there by Caleb House. Same play, same design, motion into the boundary. Quick handoff by Teddy White to Macrina. Macrina on a quick sweep into the boundary. Caleb House on a touchdown saving tackle all the way down to the LS 3-yard line.
Pioneers are calling a timeout. So right now, Victor Ridenauer and his coaching staff are seeing the Spartans push the Pioneers around a little bit here. And all of a sudden, it's 1st and goal to go now from the 3-yard line, and LS will call a timeout. You're listening to high school football on 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading, and what a game we got for you tonight. Lampeter-Strasburg Pioneers, Wyomissing Spartans, District 3 4A Championship. The winner of this one moves on again to the state semifinals Tomorrow afternoon, unbeaten's Thomas Jefferson and Clearfield will go after one another. Thomas Jefferson, the District 7 champion. Clearfield, the District 9 champion. The winner of that plays the winner of this next weekend in a state semifinal. Spartans trying to get there. First and goal at the 3, looking for the lead if they can cash this in. Again, 2 tight end set with Strong on the right, Bresnahan on the left. Fleischhood, wing on the left. Macrina, wing on the right. Macrina in motion. The give is to Eisenhower. Why not? He did the heavy lifting. Give it to him for the reward.
Touchdown, Chase Eisenhower. 3-yard fullback dive up the middle. Went really untouched. Great run by Eisenhower, and he did the bulk of the work getting him down there and was rewarded with a 3-yard touchdown. Great run, Chase Eisenhower.
Second touchdown of the night for Eisenhower, and now on comes Keegan Mayer for the all-important extra point to give the Spartans the lead again. Austin Leckler is the extra, and it's blocked. Coming through, and guess who? Dom Brown blocked it for the Pioneers, and we are tied. Oh, my goodness, this rivalry is a-bloomin'. 6:52 left to go. District 3 championship. It is Lampeter-Strasburg 20. Wyomissing 20. I don't know why you would, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this on WEEU in Reading.
Got a special event? Let Redner's Markets cover the catering with their delicious selection of party platters and prepared foods. Host the best brunch with their sunrise brioche sliders, wraps, and fruit trays. Treat your guests to Redner's assortment of pastries and cakes, or take your party to the next level with fried or rotisserie chicken, shrimp cocktail trays, traditional or boneless wings, and even more easy-to-heat meals made by our executive chefs. Put down the apron and pick up the party with Redner's Catering. Check out the menu at the market or order online at rednersmarkets.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent is Cross Keys Insurance. Get a quote today at crosskeysins.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
On the kickoff return for Lampeter-Strasburg is Cole Lopez. We had a huge kickoff return last week against Twin Valley. This time we'll take it across the 30 to the 32. So a brand new football game with 6:47 left to go in this one. LS 20, Wyomissing 20. And the Spartans will start, the Pioneers will start from the 32-yard line. I don't know much, Matt Lytle, but I know this. Chase Eisenhower and Don Brown are going to sleep like babies tonight.
They are. They have been the bulk of the carries for both sides of the ball. Eisenhower with 133 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, and Brown is over 100 yards rushing and a touchdown. And here's Brown again off tackle for the Pioneers.
Gets a couple to about the 34, maybe the 35, and to that point, they've also made a bunch of plays on defense too. And now Brown comes up with a block of the extra point that keeps us tied. So they have been in everything in every way for these two teams after Brown gets 3 more on his 28th carry of the night. Eisenhower, 18 carries and 133 yards. Brown, 28 for 115. 2nd and 7. Right back to Brown. Bottled up immediately, and he's going nowhere but down.
Yeah, loss on the play there. Nice job by the Spartans, led there by Jordan Wynn, number 77, in on the tackle.
Might have actually lost yardage. He did. Back to the 34. We'll call it 3rd and 6.
I think Brown and Eisenhower will definitely sleep well tonight. They'll also be in the training room tomorrow. They'll sleep well and get to the training room.
That's a valid point. They're going to get very familiar with the ice bucket. It's 3rd and 6 now for LS. Big spot here for the Spartan defense. Howes wants to throw for it, waiting for somebody to open. It's Hostetter. Underneath man is Mason Hostetter for another LS first down as Caleb Howes continues to make big throws in this second half.
Yeah, Mason Hostetter run a curl route right underneath Weichler. Weichler on a corner route. Nice two route combination, and Howes put it right on the money with a curl route enough for Hostetter to get the first down.
A big collision on the tackle, and Hostetter is still down on the ground. It's a 13-yard pickup. First grab of the night for Mason Hostetter, and it is indeed a first down pick. as Caleb Howells will now go over and check on his wide receiver, make sure he's okay. Stops the clock with 5:35 left to go in the football game. Again, 20-20 is our score. 1st and 10 now for LS at their own 47 after that big first down pickup. As the training staff continue to check on the man who caught the football, Mason Hostetter.
I think it's a cramp.
I think it is too, based on the way they're trying to work on his leg at this stage. And now they are getting him to his feet, and so he will end up walking off the field under his own power, no problem. So that's good to see. It's 1st and 10 for the Pioneers, as I said, at the 47-yard line. Keep an eye on Justice Hardy, who's on the sidelines for Wyomissing right now. Right, just now took a seat on the bench. We'll see if he can get back in there for Wyomissing, if in fact and when the Spartans get the ball back. LS did use one of their timeouts. Wyomissing has all 3 of them remaining. Christian Nolt is in there now as a receiver in the replacement of Hostetter. He's split out on the right side. Weichler will go in motion from the left slot. They fake the handoff to him on the sweep. It's just Brown up the middle, pushes his way into Spartan territory, down to the Wyomissing 47-yard line. Goes from their 47 to the Spartan 47 on a gain of 6.
Yeah, nice dive, nice fake action on the motion and handoff to Brown right up the middle. We've seen that a few times tonight. Eisenhower and Delp in on the tackle.
In Wyomissing territory at the 47. Only 5 first downs in this half and only 11 in the game for LS. But again, they've had such great field position. 2nd and 4, back to Brown. Bottled up, nowhere to go.
Bresnahan in from his defensive end position. His pursuit gets him from behind for a maybe a yard on the gain.
Yeah, there's no doubt there's been a pattern developing in this, and there's another Pioneer player who's down on the play. It's one of their offensive linemen. And it's kind of weird that they get 5 or 6 with Brown on first down, and then the Spartans kind of bottle them up. As another injury timeout now for Lampeter-Strasburg. The player who was shaken up was up and was starting to walk back to the huddle and then just kind of sat down on the field. So this too could be a cramping issue.
I think this is one of their. I think it's either left guard Javon Brisma for the Pioneers, or it's their center Carson Zook. It's one of their interior linemen.
Yeah, it's definitely one of their offensive linemen. So right now being tended to by the training staff. Also want to invite you, if you haven't found it yet, to head to any of our social media spots and see the interview that our Sean Tansky did with the young man who's attached to this Lampeter-Strasburg team. He's a special dude. We got a chance to talk with him a little bit beforehand. Victor Reidenauer calls Alex his shadow. He is everywhere with these kids, and spent some time with him, talked to him a little bit, and talked to the kids on the team about what Alex means to them. He calls himself the MAC, as in manager, assistant coach. That's what MAC stands for Alex. Check it out. It's on all of our WEEU social media pages, and it's just one of the cool things about high school football.
Manager and assistant coach. He loves it.
Yeah, he does.
He keeps Coach Reidenauer on his toes.
Yeah, he doesn't go everywhere Coach Brown goes, he goes for sure. So helping the player off the field now and getting him off the field. So the Pioneers set to go here on 3rd and 3 from the Pioneers 46-yard, from the Spartans 46-yard line. Still 4:30 left to go in this football game. We are tied at 20.
I think that was Hudson Crutchfield, the other interior offensive lineman.
He's been off and on fighting some injuries in the second half of the season. Here's Brown, and again, bottled up by that Spartan defense. As I said, they get 5 or 6 or 7 on first down, and then the interior of that line just says that's enough. It's 4th down.
This time, I think that was Tyler Nadrowski coming in with pursuit, or was it number 74 for the Spartans? That was Fox Peters.
So no gain again for Dom Brown. It's 4th and 3, and Victor Reidenauer will punt the football away. Again, both coaches have played, as I said earlier, the long game, the field position game. And they're going to back up the Spartans again as Fiorello will kick it, and Macrina is back deep. High booming kick. Macrina will let it go through his fingertips. It's a loose ball, and it goes out of the back of the end zone.
Wow.
Oh, my, what a dodge of a bullet that was.
Wow, off Macrina's fingertips, just came down. I don't know if it got caught up in the lights, but it looks like the rain is coming down. Rain or sleet or snow is coming down pretty hard right now, and I don't know if that affected the punt return, but Macrina lost sight of it, went off his hands, and went out of bounds, thankfully, for the Spartans.
Yeah, we're all through the back of the end zone. That's a live football. And if LS falls on it, it's a touchdown for the Pioneers. But fortunately for Wyomissing, it rolled all the way back through the back of the end zone, and it's a touchback instead. And Wyomissing has the football. 3:28 to go. Tied at 20. District 3 4A championship on the line. Spartans need to go 80 yards for a score. Fleischert in motion, left side to right. Give is the Nidralski's got a hole. 35-40, 45-50. Nidralski slips a tackle. Tyler Nidralski's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
Wow. 80-yard run, Tyler Nidralski busts through the middle of the field, just stiff-arming Weichler as he goes into the end zone. Big play, Tyler Nidralski.
So that second team fullback that the Spartans have is pretty good too.
Yeah, I'll say he's pretty good.
Says Chase Eisenhower flipped the field in the first series and then eventually put it in the end zone for the touchdown. Tyler Nidralski does it all on one play for the Spartans. An 80-yard touchdown run. Spartans are back up on top. That's the good news. Andrew Bresnahan is shaken up a little bit on the play. He's back up and walks off the field at his own power. However, I'll just throw one little caution flag out to you. There's still 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this football game. Still plenty of time left to go, but a huge play for the Spartans.
Is Nidralski on the sidelines getting oxygen? That was a big run.
Oh, my, that was special. He broke loose, and then he just bullied his way from there on out as Keegan Mayer is in for the extra point attempt. And a whistle again before the snap. Don't forget, LS blocked the last attempt by the Spartans. It would have given Wyomissing the lead after the Eisenhower touchdown.
What we got here? Another false start?
I believe. Not moving the football.
Against Wyomissing.
Against Wyomissing. So it's going to back up the Spartans 5 yards.
This will make a difference for an extra point.
So one play, and Tyler Nidralski goes 80 yards for the score. Now Keegan Mayer, as Matt said, from 5 yards further back, will attempt the extra point. High snap, they get it down, and Mayer gets it through. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the football game. Wyomissing back up on top, 27-20. A timeout and back with more on WEEU and Reading.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind. Are your garage doors noisy, squeaky, or moving unevenly? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening and closing them? Don't be left sitting in the driveway. It's time for a tune-up from Overhead Door. Starting at just $99, we'll inspect, lube, and adjust your garage doors so they operate smoothly. Call today and ask for a tune-up special from Overhead Door, your hometown garage door company since 1965. Overhead Door, we're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
27-20, Spartans back up on top. On the kickoff return for LS, it's Don Brown across the 25-30, 35-40, and Don Brown with another great kickoff return to the 45-yard line.
Great field position for Lampeter-Strasburg yet again. Really nice return there by Brown. Brown just started with a head of steam, and he's tough to take down as it is. You can see plays both sides of the ball, linebacker, but when he has the ball in his hands, he is physical.
And don't forget, he had that big kickoff return that started this game and set LS up for its first touchdown. Now down a score with 3:07 still to play. Wyomissing has all three of its timeouts left. LS has 2. From the 45 is Brown. This time they'll bottle him up on first down. He'll get 2.
Eisenhower first in there on the tackle, wrapping up Brown, him, and number 70, Aiden Jimenez, senior defensive lineman for the Spartans.
Now a Spartan is down on the play.
And it looks like
it is Jimenez who's down, but it's a cramping issue. Again, you got guys who are going both ways all night, and it might be 30-some degrees out and cold, but that doesn't mean you can't get the cramping issues just like you can on the warm days.
So on Lampeter side of the ball, they've got 8 seniors going both ways. 8 seniors on offense, 8 seniors on defense going both ways. Wyomissing has 5 going both ways.
Yeah.
So there's
and
kids are getting worn down.
Throw in the emotion of this game and everything that's going on with it. You can understand how it's
cold,
just starting to happen. Yep.
Cold, wet, rainy.
Yep, all of that. As Jimenez walks off the field in his own power. 2nd down and 8 for the Pioneers from their own 47-yard line. We're inside of 3 minutes left to go in the football game. Wyomissing 27, Lampeter-Strasburg 20. Howes has 3 to his right and 1 to his left. He's looking right now. Flushed out of the pocket. Looks for the sideline, and the pass is caught on a diving catch. It's Hostetler, who was shaken up earlier. Hostetler apparently got a foot down. We were blocked by the Wyomissing bench, but Mason Hostetler made the catch inside the Spartan 40 at the 39-yard line for a first down.
Great throw by Caleb House to where Hostetler could get it or nobody is. Now we got Brown.
Sweep left side for Brown, 35-30, and eventually brought down shy of the first down, I believe. Maybe he's closer than I think. Don Brown with another first down run. It is enough to move the chains again. Back-to-back first down pickups as the Pioneers are now playing hurry up. They're at the 28-yard line. Howes right back to Brown. Is he going to throw it? He is.
Going to throw it.
He's got Hostetler in the end zone, but it's broken up. It was a well underthrown ball. Armistead was there for the Spartans defensively, and Marcus Armistead just enough to try to get in the way of Hostetler for the incomplete pass.
Great play call there by Lampeter-Strasburg. Brown has been the workhorse. He pulls up to throw it. Hostetler is behind the defense on that and just a little bit underthrown. Otherwise, it was Hostetler had his guy beat in the end zone.
So it's 2nd down and 10 at the 28. Stops the clock with 2:08 left to go. As Matt said, the wind and the rain and the weather is picking up. Howes wants to throw it himself. Flushed out of the pocket. Underneath, he slips and throws. His receiver slipped down as well. Again, looking for Hostetler. Incomplete pass. It's 3rd and 10.
House is looking to Hostetler. Hostetler's got the hot hand at receiver. Made the last couple.
He had 10 catches coming into this game, and he's had 2 big ones here. And looking for him in the last 2. 1 for Brown and now 1 from Hostetler. And now a timeout is called on the field. This by Lampeter-Strasburg. So the Pioneers are using their 2nd timeout with 2:03 left to play in the ballgame. It's 3rd and 10 for LS. Needless to say, it's 4-down territory for the Pioneers. They're down 7 points. So the coaching staff for Lampeter-Strasburg wanted to talk things over, maybe even calling 2 plays in this spot, Matt, just to maybe be able to play that hurry-up game.
Yeah, there's an opportunity for 2 plays here. I just think, although there's 2 minutes left in the game, and these are going to be the pivotal plays right here. You win or you lose, or you go, you win or you go home based off of these type of plays.
Preston Schonauer split to the left, the other 3 receivers to the right for Howes. He's looking in the direction underneath route for Brown, and the Spartans are all over him. They go to the screen pass to Brown, and Jimenez right back in the game makes the play.
Delayed middle screen to Brown right over the middle, and Jimenez stayed at home, tackled, no gain on the play. Nice job by Wyomissing defensive line.
They actually may have lost a couple yards.
They did lose.
Back to the 31. It's 4th down. Here's the ball game right here for the Pioneers if the Spartans can stop it. 4th and 13 at the 31-yard line. 2 receivers each way, this time for Howes. Looking left. Now he's back across the right. Plenty of time to throw. Motioning his receivers around. Jimenez is in his grill. Howes is now going to roll back the other way. Chased all the way back to midfield. Keeps the play alive. Howes going to throw it back the other way, looking for Hostetter on a jump ball. He makes the catch inside the 15-yard line, first down.
Wow. House rolls to his right, looking down the field, directing receivers each direction. Rolls back to his left, throws it across his body to Hostetter down the field towards the 10-yard line. Great catch by Hostetter, keeping the game and play alive.
That was an unbelievable play by Caleb Howes. He rolled right. He got chased out, directing traffic the whole way. Right now there's an injury timeout. Hostetter again shaken up on the play. Just directing traffic, buying himself some time, and eventually releases the football. He threw it all the way across the field, which is, I'm going to say, very dangerous, but it's the last play.
It was the last play.
If it's incomplete pass, the game is over with, but he found his man.
He threw it up. It was a jump ball. Hostetter was covered, but Hostetter went up, high-pointed it, came down with it for the first down.
And again, Hostetter shaken up on the play. You just went out of the game a little while ago with a cramp, so he's going to jog off the field, but he's done his damage here. With that 28-yard hookup, it's now 1st and 10 for the Pioneers at the Wyomissing 13-yard line with 1:04 left to play. Christian Nolt, again, will check back in Hostetter's place. He split out to the right with 3 to the left. Here's Brown.
Brown on the carry, off tackle, left.
Inside the 10 and wrapped up at about the 7. So 6 more for Brown. It's 2nd and 4.
Tackled by Derek Macrina on the play, off tackle, coming up to make the tackle outside.
And now we're getting a whistle beforehand. Looks like the Spartans maybe are going to call a timeout, or the Pioneers going to put. No, the Wyomissing will take it first. So the Spartans take their first timeout with 40 seconds left to go. Here against the situation. It's 2nd down and 4 for Lampeter-Strasburg. They're at the Wyomissing 7-yard line with 40 seconds to go. So the Pioneers do have another timeout left to take. Field goal doesn't help you. It's either touchdown or bust right now for the Pioneers to try to tie this game up. And don't forget, with the conditions that we're playing under, you got to kick the extra point if you do get the touchdown.
Or do you go for 2, Bob?
Or you go for 2 in the win. There's that's a very strong thought process. Good call by you. We'll see how this plays out. Spartans hoping not that to make that a possibility. 2nd and 4 from the 7. Howes from the shotgun, Brown on his right. He wants to throw for it. Stops, plants, throws. The pass is caught. Brown makes the catch and hit immediately at the 5-yard line.
Eisenhower and Macrina hit him as soon as Brown caught that ball. 4 receivers set there. They had 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right, and they threw it to Brown over the middle, down all the way down to the Spartan 5-yard line. 25 seconds on the clock.
And I think the Pioneers have just called their 3rd and final timeout. There's a timeout call with 25 seconds to go, and it's a 3rd and 2 now for LS. So they can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Line of scrimmage is the 5. Just looking to see, they have not changed the timeout numbers on the scoreboard yet as to who took the timeout, but I'm pretty sure it was the Pioneers who took it. It is. Now they changed it. So the Pioneers are indeed out of timeouts. Wyomissing still has 2.
They put 6 seconds back on the clock.
Ooh, you are correct. It's now 31 seconds left to go. So a little bit of extra time for this one. Again, Pioneers need a touchdown. And then what happens from there? 27-20, Wyo on top. LS 3rd and 2 at the 5.
They're spreading the Spartans out. Two receivers left, 2 receivers right. House in the gun with Brown.
Hostetter still out, so Nolt is the receiver split out to the right with Floor in the slot. That's the way they're looking for the underneath route. It's Christian Nolt for the touchdown. A little slant in for Christian Nolt for the score, and the extra point to follow.
Nice, stood tall out of gun, threw a nice little slant route. Nolt beat Fleischhood on a slant route, got inside for a nice touchdown completion. On 3rd and 5.
Well, we know what they're going to do. They're going to bring on Peter Fiorello for the extra point and to tie this game up with 28 seconds left to go. Howes is the holder. Snap good, hold down, kick is
it's good.
28 seconds left to go. Tied. Lampeter-Strasburg 27. Wyomissing 27. How do you like your postseason football, ladies and gentlemen? We'll take a quick timeout, back with the Spartans getting the kickoff right after this.
Let the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery handle dinner this year at their Thanksgiving buffet. Featuring roasted turkey, rustic mashed potatoes, stuffing, mac and cheese, and soup and salad. Not in the mood for turkey? Try the New York strip steak, salmon, pineapple ham, plus fried and rotisserie chicken. Top off your meal with decadent desserts or take your meal to go. Call ahead 610-373-3353 or visit the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery Thanksgiving Buffet Thursday, November 28th at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Caleb Howells for LS, 3 for 9 in the first half throwing the football. 8 for 10 here in the second half, including a couple of touchdown passes. The most recent one, the one that ties it up, finding Christian Nolt for the score. And we are tied at 27 with 28 seconds remaining in this football game. And Wyomissing is going to get the ball back. This will be Macrina, this time with a chance from his 5. 10, 15, 20, 25, and he's tripped up. So Wyomissing will have a chance here. They do have 3 timeouts left. Or we are headed for overtime.
Just a little note, Christian Nolt, who caught that touchdown catch, that was his 6th catch of the season. Big catch for a touchdown.
Again,
being your 6th catch of the year.
He came in for Mason Hostetter, who was shaken up after making a couple of big plays in that. But Nolt, who starts as a defensive back for the Pioneers, comes up with the touchdown here. And Wyomissing will line up from its 20. Give is to Eisenhower, and Eisenhower will push his way across the 20, from the 30, and he'll push for about 6 or 7.
Florence Jai Stieberger in on the tackle.
And it doesn't look like the Spartans are going to bother to stop the clock. They're headed to overtime. District 3 4A championship is headed to overtime. We'll explain it all when we come back with more high school football live at 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading.
Elite Fuel Services has been one of Berks County's best-kept secrets for more than 20 years. They're a full-service heating and cooling company. Not only do they deliver heating oil, propane, diesel fuel, and gasoline, Elite also has a full HVAC team that is ready to tackle any of your heating or cooling needs. Just a quick Google search away, Elite Fuel Service. Read the reviews and give them a call. You'll feel part of the Elite Fuel family, giving you the peace of mind you deserve.
So we are headed to overtime again alongside Matt Lytle. My name is Bob McCool. This is the overtime rules in high school football. There will be a coin toss. You get the choice if you win the coin toss. Do you want to put your offense on the field? Do you want to put your defense on the field? And like the college game, it's a back and forth situation. But unlike the college football game where they go from the 25, in the high school game, they go for the 10. So the chain crew has the rest of the night off. They can go home now because there's no such thing as first downs anymore. The clock is off as well. The clock is not a factor anymore. You start from the 10, and you get a series. You can either score, you can kick a field goal. If you get a touchdown, then the other team gets the ball and gets the opportunity to either match you or beat you, and that's how the overtime rules unfold in the high school game. So that's how this District 3 championship is going to be ultimately answered, as Lampeter-Strasburg and Wyomissing are tied at 27 apiece. Now, we've had a chance to have a kind of the front row seat of this rivalry over the last 2 years. We did the game last year up at Lampeter-Strasburg in Week 10. We did the regular season game at Wyomissing, and now this district championship. This thing is brewing as a great rivalry moving forward in Section 4 of the Lancaster 11 League every week, every season.
I agree, Bob. They're very similar teams, in nature and discipline. Their head coaches, good people. The teams are disciplined. I think they've got some really good running backs, good linebackers, all around. They're similar teams that make big plays, well coached, and you could just tell the culture on both sides of the field. This has been a dogfight back and forth.
Yeah, there's a ton of respect right now between these two coaching staffs for the way they go about things. Obviously, Victor Ridenauer has only been the head coach at LS for 4 seasons, but he was the defensive coordinator for a long time under John Mannion. And so he has been around it for a while. He has seen the merger of the Berks teams into the Lancaster 11 League, which has been a boom for the Berks County football teams in general to be a part of it. And now the Lancaster Lebanon League is reaping the rewards of having these Berks County teams in it, because obviously you have 3 of them fighting for a district championship in this weekend. Exeter taking on Bishop McDevitt, the 5A championship game as we speak. And, of course, tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock at Don Thomas Stadium. So if you have the opportunity to get out to see the District 3 6A championship, that's Wilson against Harrisburg tomorrow afternoon at Exeter at 1 o'clock. That should be a very interesting matchup and quite the challenge for the Bulldogs taking on Harrisburg tomorrow afternoon for the 6A title. So the coin toss in the air. And then whoever wins the toss gets their choice. It looks like LS wins the toss. And so then it becomes the decision. Do you put your offense out on the field first? Do you put your defense out there? And everybody has their own opinion as to which one they prefer.
Well, LS, at the beginning of the game, they wanted the ball.
Right.
So I would think that Victor Ridenauer, that would be his same mindset. He wants the ball. He wants to score first.
We'll wait and see how it ultimately looks and who's going out on the field first. So it's kind of hard to tell initially because there's so many guys in these two teams who play both ways. You got to kind of wait and see where they line up. You can't just guess it based on who's coming out there.
Teddy White's going out on the field for Wyomissing, so it looks like Wyo's got the ball.
Yep. So it looks like the Pioneers opted to go on defense first. And the thought process with that is that now you know what you have to do when you get the ball back. Because if you stop them,
is it a field goal?
Correct.
Or is it a touchdown?
Correct. If you stop them, all you need is a field goal to win it, and where you go from there. So Wyomissing will get the football first in the first overtime session. Again, they start 1st and 10 from the 10. They get 4 downs to score. So Eisenhower's back in there as the fullback. Danny Fleischut is there as one halfback. Derek Macrina is the other. Fleischut on the left, Macrina on the right. Give his to Macrina. Sweep on the left side. Looking for daylight, nothing there. LS bottles him up, and big Thad Wolf will just sit on top of it.
Yes, Steve Berger and Wolf. I may have lost a yard, half a yard on the play.
So it's 2nd and goal to go from almost the 10. Again, the 2 tight end set. Diamante Strong on the right side. Andrew Bresnahan on the left. This time Fleischut goes in motion to give his to Eisenhower. Looking for some daylight. He'll force his way for a couple. Spot him down at the 7. It's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, off tackle run there by Chase Eisenhower. Just hitting the hole up inside between the tackles and, hard fought running down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 3rd and 8 or 3rd and goal at the 8.
That's the 20th carry of the night for Eisenhower. Brown has carried it 35 times for LS. 3rd and goal, as Matt said, from the 8-yard line for Wyomissing. Right back to Eisenhower, and Eisenhower falls out.
Falls out.
And we'll see who recovers this. If Wyomissing recovers it, they get another shot here. If LS recovers it, then it's the Pioneers who will take over with the football. Ball got jarred loose as Eisenhower was brought down from behind, and it looks like the Spartans fall on it. So it stays, but it rolls back to the 11. It stays Wyomissing football, but now it's 4th and goal.
Caleb Bean, offensive tackle, got back on the ball for the Spartans.
4th down, goal to go for Wyomissing, back at the 11. Oh, they're going to bring on Keegan Mayer for the field goal.
They're going to take the 3.
Yep. So this will be about a 28-yard field goal for Mayer. It's long enough that he get it through.
And it's good.
He did. So a 20.
And there's a flag on the play.
Oh, and Mayer is down.
The kicker.
Let's see what happens here. What does Bob Wolfram do? Does he take the points off the board? So they ran into the kicker, Keegan Mayer. Mayer's up now, and he'll walk off the field without a problem. What is Bob Wolfram going to decide to do here? Is he going to send the offense back out there? Looks like that's going to be the call. They are indeed sending it. They'll take the 3 points off the board. They'll take the ball instead because they're going to get a fresh set of downs here. It'll be 1st and goal all over again for Wyomissing. And they'll put it at the 5. So another penalty against LS, and that could ultimately be the most costly of them all. Here we go again. First and goal at the 5. Right back to Eisenhower. Brown has him from behind, just crashing off the end. Don Brown grabs a hold. Actually, it was Macrina on the carry.
Yeah, that was, just incredible by Brown. Just coming, like you said, on the blitz off the edge and tackles Macrina from the backside pursuit.
Just 2 from Macrina to the 3 at second and goal. 10th carry of the night for Macrina, who will line up on a wing on the right. Fleischert again, a wing on the left. Justice Hardy shaken up earlier in the game, not out there. Yeah, this time is Eisenhower trying to find some daylight. Now he's just trying to push his way into the end zone. Looks like he's not going to get all the way in, but he'll get to about the 1. It's third and goal.
You saw that whole entire student body of the Spartans, just Eisenhower just chugging the pile all the way down, just shy of the goal line, down inside the 1 yard line.
In case you're wondering, the brotherly shove is an illegal play in high school football. You cannot push from behind in a high school game. It's third goal from the 1. Macrina wing right, Fleischert wing left. Why wouldn't you give it to Eisenhower? He's going to get bottled up. Is he going to get in? No.
He is not.
LS pushes back. It's 4th and goal.
Brown, House, Schonauer, Weichler in on the stop.
No gain on the play for Chase Eisenhower, and they're going to run Keegan Mayer back out there to try it again. So he tried a 28-yard field goal. He made it, but they roughed the kicker. And so now it's essentially an extra point for Keegan Mayer coming up. This is a 20-yard field goal.
4th and 2. On the 2, you're going to kick it.
High snap. They get it down.
And it's blocked. Brown blocked it.
So now LS knows what they have to do. They have to come up with a score. And if they do, they win the district championship. So the Spartans opted to go for what they thought would be a surefire field goal and get the points on the board. And now LS gets possession. So now it's Lampeter-Strasburg turn. From the 10-yard line, all they need is a field goal to win.
What do you do? Just kick the field goal here on first down?
We'll see. I'm waiting to see if Peter Fiorello's out there. Not yet. It would be a 27-yard field goal with the element. Oh, they are going to bring him out.
Fiorello.
Yep, they're going to go for it right away. Peter Fiorello is going to come out to attempt a 27-yard field goal to win the district championship and move on. Wyomissing will freeze him with a timeout. So the Spartans use the timeout, make him think about it. Very interesting call here because, again, you have to remember, these are 2 good kickers. But a 27-yard field goal in this situation, in these games, in these conditions, is not an automatic in high school football.
It is not. It's the rain is coming down. It is wet. It is cold. Coach Bob Wolfram is trying to get in Fiorello's head.
He's got 2 more. I don't know if he might use more of them. You can't take him into baseball season, so you might as well use them if the season comes to an end tonight. But a great football game, regardless of the outcome. And 2 hard-fought football teams have earned the chance and they earned the right to call themselves district champions, but only one gets that right. And it's Fiorello to do it for Lampeter-Strasburg from 27 yards out. Howes is the holder. And another timeout for, a flag.
What's the flag on?
It's pointing in Wyo's direction, but it looks like an illegal substitution. Do they have too many men on the field? Yep.
Oh, Wyomissing.
Got 12 men on the field, so it's an illegal substitution. That's going to make it a 22-yard field goal. Caleb Howes takes a knee at the 12. Peter Fiorello, who's got 2 field goals already in this game, for the win. High snap. They get it down. Did he get it through? He did. Lampeter-Strasburg is the winner on the 22-yard field goal from Peter Fiorello. The Pioneers win the district championship by a final score of 30-27. High snap, and Howes got it down and got it through. Did Fiorello and the win for the Pioneers. Heartbreak for the Spartans and jubilation for the Pioneers as they win the district final by a score of 30-27. We'll take a timeout, back with our Pizza Como postgame show and a whole lot more before we sign off tonight here at Warwick High School in Lidditz, live on WEEU in Reading.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind.
Hi, this is Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Home. We're proud to announce 4 convenient locations to serve you. Kuhn Funeral Home in West Reading and Temple, Berkey and Driscoll in Hamburg, and Worker Troutman in Pottstown. Compassionate and professional service while working cohesively as a team is what sets our family business apart. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
They say dogs are man's best friend, so they deserve the very best. Houndstown in Reading is a full-service dog daycare and boarding facility with spacious rooms, quality grooming, and plenty of room for fun. While you're away, the dogs will play. Houndstown has all the enrichment your pet needs for their physical and social health. They offer a variety of spa services like baths, nail trimming, toothbrushing, and dematting. Give Fido the finest at Houndstown, 610-947-1441, or visit houndstownreading.com.
Let the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery handle dinner this year at their Thanksgiving buffet, featuring roasted turkey, rustic mashed potatoes, stuffing, mac and cheese, and soup and salad. Not in the mood for turkey? Try the New York strip steak, salmon, pineapple ham, plus fried and rotisserie chicken. Top off your meal with decadent desserts or take your meal to go. Call ahead 610-373-3353 or visit the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery Thanksgiving Buffet Thursday, November 28th at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Welcome back to our Pizza Como post-game show. Pizza Como is a family-owned business going strong on the Fifth Street Highway for over 50 years, serving the finest Italian dishes, Berks County's best variety of Italian sandwiches, and legendary pizza. Right next door is The Yard, virtual golf experience to keep your game sharp all year round. And if you love sports cards and memorabilia, stop in to buy, sell, or trade. Pizza Como and The Yard, 4600 Fifth Street Highway in Temple. Lampeter-Strasburg Pioneers win their 3rd district championship, their 3rd since 2019, I may add as well. They got to the championship. They beat Berks Catholic in 2019, came back the next year and beat Elko in 2020, and then in 2021 they fell as they were the 4A runner-up, losing to Bishop McDevitt. This year, a different story as they outlast Wyomissing in a great football game, one they'll talk about for years to come, as the Pioneers win it in overtime by a final score of 30-27. Overtime rules as they stand, they can be quite dramatic and they can be quite heartbreaking as well. Wyomissing got the football first and it could not get into the end zone. They went for the field goal. The field goal was good. They opted, because they ran into the kicker and the personal foul penalty, they opted to take the points off the board, go for it, but the Pioneer defense again comes up big, stops them. They go for the field goal instead on 4th and goal from the 1. They went for the 3. The kick was blocked. So the Pioneers knew all they had to do was score, and they were going to win this football game. And Victor Ridenour didn't waste any time. He said, you know what? This has been long enough. Let's get this thing over with. They brought out Fiorello for the field goal. Wyomissing had too many men on the field. That cost them 5 yards. And so ultimately it was a 22-yard field goal. Fiorello bangs it through, and the Pioneers are moving on again. They'll play either Thomas Jefferson or Clearfield. That game is tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock at Altoona. The winner of that one will take on Lampeter-Strasburg next weekend at a site and time to be determined for the state semifinal and ultimately a chance to get to the state championship. So a great effort tonight by the Spartans, but unfortunately for Wyomissing, it comes up a little bit short in overtime. Again, it's playoff football. It's heartbreaking for some, and it's exhilarating for others, as Matt Lytle's working his way down on the field to get the opportunity to talk to Victor Ridenour. You cannot be happier for anybody than Victor Ridenour. He has certainly put in his time with this program. Longtime defensive coordinator, has taken over the head coach, just as much of a down-to-earth guy as you can get. We've talked about it throughout this football game. tonight as the rivalry between these two teams and the respect that these two coaches have for one another as well has been and continues to get even better, as good as these two teams have been against one another. But he's also been very gracious for us with his time and giving us the opportunity to talk with his kids, as we've had the interviews that have been on social media over the course of the last couple of weeks with the Pioneers. And Victor Ridenour has been more than gracious with his time and allowing us to do that. So we are certainly happy with that. And so we don't have the opportunity. And I think you can say no more than this. There's a wily old veteran who's making his way over there as well. His name is Bob Wolfram. He is making his way over there because I think he just as much like to say and congratulate the Pioneers as well for what they have been able to do. So Matt Lytle, I think they're done talking to the team over there. I do want to make mention of it. We talked about one of the injured players for Lampeter-Strasburg, who's Hudson Crutchfield, and he has been hobbled and bothered by a leg injury. They've been trying to get him back in there, and he's had some issues, and he was out of the game. He's in there for the picture taken right now, but is kind of hobbling around on crutches a little bit right now. It looked like it was a calf injury for Crutchfield. And so just did want to make mention of that because he was shaken up later on in the game. But some great, gritty effort in this football game. It's time now for us to take a look at our player of the game. And that's brought to you by the Reading Fighting Phils at our all-new Redner's Event Center at First Energy Stadium. The R-Phils remind you to have your next sports team banquet in the R-Phils all-new Redner's Event Center banquet and meeting facility at First Energy Stadium. Whether it's a sports banquet, a wedding, a corporate meeting, or event, or any charity fundraiser dinner, the number one place for events in Berks County for groups of 40 to 1,000 is the all-new Redner's Event Center at the R-Phils. Go to rphils.com/events for more information. And our player of the game for the Lampeter-Strasburg Pioneers is running back / linebacker / kick returner / kick blocker, Dom Brown. 35 carries, unofficially 140 yards for Dom Brown. He was not one of the guys who came up with a score, but he did everything else, including blocking a couple of kicks. He ran a couple of kicks back to give them some great field position as well. And, of course, a part of that four-man linebacking crew for Lampeter-Strasburg that has been so good and so thorough over the course of tonight and this season as well. And Matt Lytle right now has caught up with Caleb Howes, the quarterback for the Pioneers. Matt, take it away.
Caleb Howes, Matt Lytle, WEEU. Congratulations on your district title win.
Thank you.
Wyomissing.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, trailing a little most of the game. Going into halftime, we were a little down, but, we just remembered our creed. We picked our heads up coming out, and we just fought the whole time. I mean, they're a great team. I mean, doing that and coming back from that is huge for our program.
So Coach Ridenour was telling us pregame that you were a little banged up from last week. Were you dealing with an injury?
Yeah, Twin Valley last week tackled me wrong, and right here was just my hip was just killing to throw the ball. But I took Tuesday off, Wednesday went light, and then Thursday was a full go, and today I felt good.
Well, you played incredible out there. You threw for 170 yards passing, 2 touchdown passes. You got to tell me, as a former quarterback, what were you thinking on the one play where you kept it alive down there going in to tie the score up 27-27? You rolled out to your right. It was a rollout to your right. We ended up going all the way back to the left, and then you threw it across the field to Hostetter. Explain that play.
I mean, 4th down, we knew going into that play they were going to be getting ready for us to pass. They were just well prepared for their play that we had picked. But, we knew we had to keep making a play. I saw Mason just peel out from the linebacker, and I have a bunch of faith in all my receivers. And, him peeling out, I just trusted him with no matter what was going to happen, he was catching that ball.
Lastly, what I'll ask you is, you make plays on both sides of the ball, under center, you're, senior leader out on the field, both sides. What do you like playing better, quarterback or safety, tackling people?
Definitely quarterback.
Quarterback, do you want to play in college?
Yes, I'd like to.
Awesome. Well, I want you to enjoy this win. Congratulations on a big W against Wyomissing. 2 great teams. You guys battled back and forth, and you guys came out on top with that block field goal. So congratulations. Enjoy this one, and best of luck in states.
Thank you.
Great job, and a great young man is Caleb Howes, and a great effort by him tonight. An incredible effort by him in a number of ways. And Matt has Victor Ridenour. Go ahead, Matt.
Coach Ridenour, congratulations. Matt Lytle, WEEU. What do you have to say about just a battle back and forth against Wyomissing? this the second one of the year.
Oh yeah, that is such a quality program, and you really have to play hard to beat those guys. You have to play hard just to compete with them. And these kids, they put their work in. They knew in order to be able to play a team like that and to play well against a team like that, the weight room had to be better. Everything had to be better, and they've done a good job since December of last year trying to build towards that. And it came to fruition tonight. All that hard work.
Yeah, it was great win for you guys. Tell me about what was the halftime speech like? Because going in down 3 points, or what it was, 14-10, 4 points, 14-10 at half. What did you say to the kids?
That defense, you guys are doing a great job. Offense, we got to pick up our end a little bit. We made some hay in the first quarter, but then we just kind of stymied out with drives. We threw the ball fairly well and had a few drops here and there, just like things that are uncharacteristic of us. Plays we typically make that we weren't. And then to just keep battling. We have a creed that we talk about all the time, and we always go back to that. You play for each other and find a way to get it done. And those kids did that tonight.
Was the game plan? I mean, were you happy with the execution of the game plan? Because game plan looked like to run Dom Brown to the left, to the right. I mean, he had 35 carries tonight, well over 100 yards rushing. And then you had Caleb House. Caleb House threw some really nice balls, extended some plays, made some really nice plays with his feet, and some pretty throws to really put you guys back in it, like that fourth down play to Hostetler. That was amazing.
Yeah, Dom wants the ball. Like, he wants to be able to run the ball. Like, he feeds off of that. He's a phenomenal kid, and he's always going to find holes. You got to keep plugging away. It might be 2-3 yards that turn into 7 yards or 12 yards or whatever. And Caleb, yeah, man, he's a little bit of Houdini back there at times. So he was able to keep that play alive. And Mason made a great catch. He really did. So I was really proud of that kid.
So congrats again tonight, Coach. Last question for you. Is this, to date, your 42nd win as head coach of the LS Pioneers? Is this your most gratifying win of your career?
It was a heck of a hard-fought game. So, I mean, every win is difficult to get, and this one was extremely difficult. So, yeah, it was a great program win for these kids. I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, you guys went back and forth. I think it's really two disciplined ball clubs, well coached. I thought fun game to watch. So congrats on being on the winning side of it and coming out on top. And wish you guys the best of luck the rest of the way in states.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thanks very much. And again, thanks to Victor Ridenour. Thanks to Caleb Howes, and a great job by Matt Lytle down the field getting those interviews in and battling the elements to do so as well. So we told you who our player of the game was, and that was Dom Brown. Again, that's brought to you by the Reading Fightin' Phils and the all-new Redners Event Center. Now it's time for our play of the game. It's also brought to you by the American Diner in West Reading. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or late-night snack, boy, I could use one. You'll find a variety of menu items and homemade desserts. American Diner serves breakfast all day, and dinner entrees include dinner rolls and butter, soup and salad bar, and a choice of a potato or vegetable as well. There's a full senior citizen menu, and veterans receive a free breakfast item on Veterans Day. Open daily 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and serving the community for generations since 1994. Our play of the game, Matt made reference to it with both Caleb Howes and with Coach Ridenour, and it's pretty simple. Wyomissing had taken the lead on the 80-yard touchdown run from Tyler Nidrowski. LS got the football back. They started from their own 45. They got it to the 31-yard line of Wyomissing. It was 4th down and 13 from the Spartan 31-yard line. Wyomissing stops LS from that spot on the field. They take over the football, and they can run out the clock. 4th and 13. Caleb Howes rolled right. Nothing there. Chased by Aiden Jimenez back the other way. He rolls back the other way from one sideline almost to the other sideline, certainly the other hash mark, stops, plants, and throws back against the field. The Cardinals Senate quarterbacks don't ever throw back against the field, but at that point, it was the last play if they don't make it happen. He threw it up. Mason Hostetler make the catch at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10 at the 13, and eventually Christian Nolt on the receiving end of another Caleb Howes pass for the touchdown to tie it up, the extra point, and we went to overtime, and the Pioneers win it in overtime. Again, the final score, LS 30, Wyomissing 27. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and run through all the scoring and say goodnight from here and send it back to the studios for the scoreboard show, all when our Pizza Como postgame show continues after this.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
Duck Donuts taste like nothing else out there. Warm and decadent, dipped and drizzled, and made to order just for you with a duck zillion choices. Donuts as decadent as these pair perfectly with our fresh hot or iced coffees. Or refresh yourself with lemonade, milkshakes, and maybe even an ice cream sundae. You duck deserve it. Visit Duck Donuts at Wyomissing today. Open from 7 to 7, 7 days a week. 90 Commerce Drive in Wyomissing.
Welcome back to our Pizza Como postgame show. Let's run through, in case you missed it, of a recap of a great football game. LS opted to get the coin toss and take the football to start, which kind of surprised us a little bit, but Don Brown got it started, and a precursor maybe of things to come as he ran the kickoff all the way into Wyomissing territory to a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line, and then ultimately on a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line with 9:38 left to go, Caleb House handed it off to his classmate. Don Brown takes it in for the score. So LS opted to take the football on the opening series, and they make it cash in. Don Brown started all with the kickoff return and then takes it in for the score. So Wyomissing ultimately fumbled the football a little while later in that quarter, and it gave LS, and this was a big piece of this puzzle tonight, LS got great field position throughout the game, this time starting from the Wyomissing 48-yard line. The drive bottled down at the 21-yard line. And, again, a precursor of things to come, they called on Peter Fiorello. 34-yard field goal, excuse me. As Matt said, Caleb Howes, the quarterback, is the holder. Kicked plenty of leg. Did he get it through? He did. 3 minutes, 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and LS takes advantage of a Wyomissing turnover, turns it into 3 points. Fiorello kicked 2 field goals in the first meeting between these two teams, won by the Pioneers 20-7. So he kicks his first one here and made it 10-0 LS going into the second quarter. And then that's when Wyomissing's offense finally started to kick it into gear. 1st and 10, they started with the football at the 22-yard line. And on the 10th play of the drive, they handed it off to their fullback.
Here's that linebacker right now for Brown.
Here's the give to Eisenhower. Eisenhower's
breaking the tackle.
Chase Eisenhower, touchdown Spartan. 20 yards for Chase Eisenhower. The extra point by Keegan Mayer was good. It was a 10-7 game, but the Spartans were not done in the first half. A little while later, they got the football one more time, this time starting from with their best field position. They started at the 44-yard line, and Justice Hardy with a 22-yard run got it deep into LS territory. And on 1st and 10 from the 33, the wing T went to work. This time it is Macrina on a sweep to the left side. Follows his blocker. Bounces off a tackle. 25-20, 15-10, 5 touchdown Spartans. Derek Macrina will take it in for the score. And Wyomissing is on top. So with the touchdown run for Derek Macrina, the Spartans had the lead and took that lead to the locker room at halftime. Caleb Howes talking with Matt Lytle during that post-game show interview, talking about how they were down a little bit going into the locker room at halftime, but kind of had to do a little bit of soul-searching when they did so. And the Pioneers came out with a little bit of a bounce in their step in the third quarter. Wyomissing got the football to start the second half, and immediately were shut down on downs, and the Pioneers took it back, starting from their own 38-yard line, and it wasn't very long before the Pioneers regained the lead. 3rd and 5 here for LS. Probably 4-down territory for the Pioneers right now at the 33-yard line. Howes wants to throw for it here. Has time. Now he's running out of time. Buys himself some time. Throws it for the end zone. Touchdown, Lampeter-Strasburg. A great throw by Caleb Howes. And in the end zone for the score is Danny Weichler. Danny Weichler on the receiving end of that Caleb Howes pass from 33 yards out. And Howes was just getting warmed up, but he also had his team on top after 3 quarters. It was 17-14, LS back up on top. And then the Pioneers, 2 series later, got themselves, again, with the football at the Spartan 45-yard line. It was the 3rd time in the second half that LS started in Wyomissing territory. But again, the drive stalled at the 23-yard line. On comes Peter Fiorello again. So this is quite the challenge for Peter Fiorello with Howes the holder. Gets it down. Did he get it through? He did. By planning. Peter Fiorello with a big kick, his second of the night. And the Pioneers extend their lead now. Makes it a 20-14 game. So both kickers having the opportunities tonight. Fiorello coming through with a 41-yarder to now go with his 34-yarder. The lead was still a one-score game at 20-17, and Wyomissing made the most of it. They went back to their big fullback on a couple of plays, starting from their own 20. Chase Eisenhower flipped the field immediately, running it all the way down to the Pioneer 34-yard line, and then the Spartans got it down to a 1st and goal at the 3. He did a lot of heavy lifting. Why not give him a reward and give it to the fullback? Again, 2 tight ends set with Strong on the right, Bresnahead on the left, Fleischert wing on the left, Macrina wing on the right. Macrina in motion. The give is to Eisenhower. Why not? He did the heavy lifting. Give it to him for the reward. The touchdown for Eisenhower tied the score at 20. However, the extra point was blocked. And with all the other stuff that went on in this football game, you kind of forget about that a little bit. Guess what? The extra point was blocked by Don Brown. But that left it at a 20-20 game. And it was very important in the overall outcome of things, because the Spartans then, on the very next series, started from their own 20. They have another fullback besides Chase Eisenhower. Eisenhower took a well-deserved breather, and Tyler Nadrowski was in the backfield on the next series. Tied at 20, District 3 4A championship on the line. Spartans need to go 80 yards for a score. Fleischert in motion, left side to right. Give is the Nadrowski's got a hole. 35-40, 45-50. Nadrowski slips a tackle. Tyler Nadrowski's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. With 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go, Keegan Mayer's extra point made it 27-20. Wyomissing on top. You're listening to high school football at 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading. 27-20. The Pioneers got one more possession. They started from their own 45-yard line. That play we talked about, our American Diner player of the game, the scramble play by Caleb Howes, where he threw it for Mason Hostetter, got him to the 13-yard line, and then they got it to a point where they were 3rd and 2 from the 5-yard line. Hostetter still out, so Nolt is the receiver split out to the right with Floor in the slot. That's the way they're looking for the underneath route. It's Christian Nolt for the touchdown. The little slant in for Christian Nolt for the score, and the extra point to follow. With 28 seconds left to go in the ball game, Peter Fiorello's extra point tied the game up at 27 apiece, and we were headed for overtime. Again, you start from the 10-yard line with each possession. Wyomissing started with it first. They could not get it in the end zone. They brought Keegan Mayer on for a field goal. It was good, but they roughed the kicker. Wyomissing brought the offense back out on the field and opted, once it was 4th and goal from about the 1, to bring Mayer back on for that field goal. High snap, they get it down.
And it's blocked. Brown blocked it.
So now
Brown
LS second knows what they have to do. They have to come up with a score. Brown with his second blocked kick of the night. I don't know what else that kid could not have done in this football game. However, with that, now LS knows their fate. All they need to do is score. Victor Eidenauer wasn't playing around now. He just brought on Peter Fiorello. Spartans had too many men on the field, so it turned in to now a 22-yard attempt for the win. Howes takes a knee at the 12. Peter Fiorello, who's got 2 field goals already in this game, for the win. High snap, they get it down. Did he get it through? He did! Lampeter-Strasburg is the winner on the 22-yard field goal from Peter Fiorello. The Pioneers win the district championship by a final score of 30-27. And there you have it. That's ultimately the end of the football game, with the Pioneers winning it 30-27. Matt Lytle has rejoined me here in the booth. Matt, just some final thoughts before we wrap this up. Again, playoff football, somebody has to lose. Somebody gets to reap the rewards and move on. It's a tough loss for the Spartans and a great win for LS, but just a great football game to sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, back and forth this game went. And, the good news is neither team gave up, and they were they were slugging it out. It was Wyomissing scores, LS scores, and 2 disciplined football teams. Although there were some penalties, Little stat here that I was told earlier today. Wyomissing's Bob Wolfram has not lost to a team twice in a season since 1996.
Yep.
And that was with the late coach Al Silveri from Conrad Weiser.
Bob Wolfram's good friend Al Silveri beat him.
Yeah.
They beat him on the last game of the season, cost Wyomissing a spot in the playoffs as well. And then McDevitt went on. Weiser went on, and they lost to Bishop McDevitt. That was a Luke Stopper quarterback team for Conrad Weiser. It was a great, very exciting football team, that Conrad Weiser team that beat Wyomissing twice in the same season. So there you have it. LS with the win in Week 10 over Wyomissing, and now here in this district final to bring this season for the Spartans to a conclusion. Again, there is one more football game in Berks County to be played tomorrow afternoon as Harrisburg will take on Wilson. That's the 6A championship game. And again, it's at Don Thomas Stadium. If you want to go out and see another good football game, you can see it tomorrow at Exeter High School. That's going to do it for our coverage here on the field. However, our coverage here at WEEU will continue as we'll turn things back to our studios and Jeff Nolan, Matt Knob, and their crew with the scoreboard show. And there's plenty of football games, a lot of postponements tonight, but all in all, a lot of football games to be played. We'll see how all of those scores come out. Those guys will have it for you on our scoreboard show. But some thank yous as well. Thanks to Earl Hazel and the staff here at Warwick High School for their hospitality. Thanks to Michael Hawes back at the WEU studios, Jeff Nolan and Matt Knob as well. And thank you for listening to and watching high school football all season long. If the Bulldogs can pull out a win tomorrow, our coverage will continue. If it does not happen that way and our season has come to a conclusion, we thank you for listening to and our first adventure into video streaming of high school football. A lot of people watching all throughout the season and tonight as well. A lot of fun to bring a new form of football to Berks County. Now you can watch it as well as listen to it. Kind of some cool stuff.
Yeah, thanks WEEU and the Treese family. It's been fun, and congratulations to Lampeter-Strasburg for their big win tonight, and Wyomissing. Although you lost, it was a great season for the Spartans as well.
Ends at 10-3. The Pioneers are moving on. They are 13-0 and moving on to the state semifinals. So that's going to do it for my broadcast partner, Matt Lido. My name is Bob McCool. Thank you for listening to and watching high school football on WEEU. By the way, if our high school football season is over, our basketball season starts on December 9th. I figure I might as well throw that out there while we're talking about it. The Pioneers are moving on in overtime. They win it. The District 3 4A championship goes to Lampeter-Strasburg. The final score in overtime, LS 30, Wyomissing 27. The scoreboard show is coming your way next here on 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading.
Whether you've got a business presentation, invitations to a special event, or even banners for the big game, Everything Printing in Gilbertsville has you covered. From design to printing, they're your local experts for business cards, flyers, publications, posters, presentation materials, and, well, just about everything. Google Everything Printing and check out their stellar reviews. The most 5-starred in the region. Visit everythingprinting.com to make your project everything you've dreamed of.
Hi, this is Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Home. We're proud to announce 4 convenient locations to serve you. Kuhn Funeral